Now, we proudly present Berwick Bulldogs football on Pop Radio. Brought to you by
Mason's Monogramming, Overhead Door of Berwick, Mayo Funeral Home, State Farm, Sean Black and Lori Powell, First Keystone Bank, Red's Roofing, Neighbor Fence Company, Wolfie's Automotive, ND Accounting and Consulting, J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick, Master Tech Automotive Services, Eco First Logistics, Ken Pollock, Journey Bank, Flick Brothers Electric in Bloomsburg, Alexander GMC of Hazelton, Papa Lou's Place, The Compression Shop, Cardinal Estate Planning, Chapin Oil, and Mark Nespoli of eXp Realty.
Now live from the stadium. Here's Jim Doyle and Andy Ulickney.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight from Crispin Field in Berwick, it's the Bulldogs against the Lions of Lackawanna Trail. I am Jim Doyle along with Andy Ulickney and Chris Algard. The producer of tonight's broadcast is Ashlyn Walshaw. Last year, Berwick lost 7 games. The biggest margin of defeat of those 7 was the one they suffered when they traveled to Factoryville to take on this Lackawanna Trail team. The final was 35-0. Now, the Bulldogs this season feel they're a lot better, and their record shows it. They're 2-0 to start this season with convincing wins over Lake Lehman and Mid-Valley. But Lackawanna Trail might be just as good, if not better, than they were last year. They also are 2-0 with a 35-21 win over Tunkhannock and a 35-3 win over Western Wayne. This is a team that returns 2 All-Staters from a year ago. A big lineman, Lucas Evans, 6'3", 265, a senior, and an outstanding running back in this wing T attack, Isaac Ryan, a 5'10", 185-pound senior. So it should be a terrific matchup, certainly the Bulldogs' biggest challenge to date as they take on this traditional Class A power, the Lions of Lackawanna Trail. 7 straight appearances in the state playoffs for them, 3 consecutive District 4 titles, 14 altogether. Last year they were 11-2 and lost in the state playoffs to Muncie, a wild one, 47-46. So that's what the Berwick Bulldogs face tonight. Andy Lickney with us for Berwick football. And Andy, I'm sure a lot of the Berwick old-timers, when they found out that Berwick's new schedule starting last year was going to include a little Class A school from Factoryville, they probably thought, why are we playing them? And after that game last year, they were thinking the same thing. Why are we playing them? Because they are good. They're very good.
It's programmed, Jim. You know, you get Steve Jarvis coaching it. They run that wing tee, and they run it to perfection. You work the fundamentals. You work your personnel. You get your best people. A lot of them have to play 2 ways because you only have 27 people on the roster. And you just work, and these guys have a lot of pride. They have a winning tradition. The next senior class coming up wants to keep that winning tradition alive. And so far this year, this Lackawanna Trail team seems to be on pace to do that, keep that winning tradition alive.
You talked to Berwick's defensive coordinator, Tyson Kelly, before the game. What does he and his defense hope to do to slow down this wing team?
Well, they're going to run with their base, Jim. They feel teams really haven't done much against their base. They're averaging 3.5 points given up a game. So the base has been solid, the personnel's been solid, but the wing tee is different. The wing tee comes with so much deception that you got to watch what you're doing. They're looking to play a gap control type of defense. The line will kind of step left or right, and the linebackers will take the hole that's emptied up, and each man has responsibility to fill that gap. It's hard to say where's it going to go. You can't really read it in the backfield because you don't know who has the ball when they're working with speed and execution and crisscrossing back there. So you have to have a man in each area and make that person make the stop. They'll cheat Ty Wilkerson up a little bit from free safety because his team doesn't pass much. He'll have more backside responsibility. And he's a great safety. If anyone does break through, he should be able to run them down, as we saw last week.
Football, I've always thought, is the ultimate team sport, and yet we're looking at 2 outstanding individuals in this game. The running backs, Isaac Ryan, an All-Stater from a year ago, 356 yards rushing in 2 games and 7 touchdowns. Berwick's Ty Wilkerson, 1 yard less, 355 and 5 touchdowns. Will the game be decided by which of those two has the bigger game?
Well, if it is, Jim, then it's the rest of the team that's kind of let it down defensively. There's 11 people on that side, and who's allowing those runners to go, or who can't stop those runners is probably a better way to put it. So it is more than just the running backs themselves. And if teams do sort of box these in, we saw it in the NFL game last night, Saquon Barkley got stopped, you have to go to other weapons. You have to have other things that you can go with. Will it be quarterback run? Will it be pass? Will it be the other running backs? You know, that's all to be determined as the game plays out.
And to be by later with the keys to tonight's game. When we return, we'll hear from Steve Jervis, the longtime head coach of the Lions of Lackawanna Trail. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Did you inherit an estate, or did you recently buy real estate that needs to be cleaned out? J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick is the easiest and the fastest when it comes to big clean-outs. They'll also clean out your attic, basement, or garage. Wherever you've got junk, call J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling today at 844-GET-JDOG and get your job done the military way with respect, integrity, and trust. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is proudly veteran-owned and operated.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 35 years experience. And new Bulldog wear for every age, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, polos, hats, and more. They even make online fundraising easy for you. Stop in today to discuss your next fundraising opportunity. You can also shop at masonsmonogramming.com for their new inventory and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogramming for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram Service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
In case you haven't noticed, warm weather is back. Time for sunny days, family trips, and cool nights cruising with the windows down. Let MasterTech Auto Services of Berwick get your vehicle ready for the season. Whether you need a state inspection for your car, truck, or motorcycle, a general tune-up, or getting your AC in top shape, MasterTech Auto Services will do their best to get you in and out the same day, saving you money every step of the way. Schedule an appointment today at MasterTechAutoBerwick.com.
Looking for convenience and reliable waste disposal? If you need residential, curbside pickup, or dumpster rentals, EcoFirst Logistics full-service trash service has you covered from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. They're designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly, ensuring what can be saved is sorted out. EcoFirst Logistics also offers roll-off dumpsters for all your construction, demolition, and junk hauling needs. Visit them online or call EcoFirst Logistics, a proud supporter of the Berwick Bulldogs.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Going to be a beautiful weather night here at Crispin Field. The Bulldogs home since 1929. It's week number 3 of the 2025 high school football season. The Bulldogs, for just the second time ever, taking on the Lions of Lackawanna Trail. As we mentioned earlier, Lackawanna Trail brings a 2-0 record into tonight's game. Last Friday, they rolled over Western Wayne 35-3. Lions head coach Steve Jervis and what his team did well in that game.
Yeah, Jim, I would say, I think we improved from week 1 to week 2, and I think, as a high school football coach, that's when you really can see a lot of strides. And I thought defensively, we were a little better at the point of attack. We were more physical on the perimeter. Western Wayne had some good-sized kids up front. They're well-coached. They have a good-sized tailback. And I think controlling the line of scrimmage in that game, we did a pretty good job of.
You run the Delaware wing tee. What made you go to that? Where was the influence that you decided that's what you'd like to run?
Well, it's kind of funny, Jim. I was a defensive coordinator at the time, and we were at a team camp, and we had a good group of boys, big, strong kids, and we were going against, it was just basically a little scrimmage type of deal with a team that ran the wing tee, and our linebackers are like, Coach, we don't know where the ball is. And I started thinking about that. I was an assistant coach at the time, and I was like, it's definitely a system where if we are executing and, playing fast with zero hesitation, at a small school, that system of offense is something I've always thought would, be a good idea. And, we've been blessed with some really good backs, some really good linemen. We try to utilize a lot of angles and double teams. And, when you have some good skill kids, the key to the wing tee, not only the timing, and the angles, but you have a lot of people close to the ball, there's a little bit of deception in there too, Jim, and I think all that can help us, as well as the play action pass scheme can really protect your run game. Those are things we kind of like about it.
You mentioned good running backs. Obviously, you have one in Isaac Ryan. He's had a terrific career. What makes him a good high school running back?
Well, Jim, again, I look at his, set of skills, and, Isaac is, one, high football IQ, number two, great vision, great balance, in his ability to burst. We talk about that, being able to accelerate, really quick, and his top end speed is really good. He's a baseball player. And if he didn't play baseball, I'd love to see him on the track to see what he would do, because he is really, really quick. But yeah, I would say overall, he's got great lateral movement and he's got great vertical burst.
In your game against Berwick last year, Ty Wilkerson had 1 carry for 3 yards. As the season progressed, he got to the point where he was averaging over 200 yards a game, and he's a big factor again. What are the keys in maybe not stopping him, but at least containing him? Yeah, no doubt about it. You can tell on film he's just, a quality all-around football player. When you're playing kids like that, it's not going to be one player that's going to stop, a player like that. We have to have a good defensive scheme, strong at the point of attack, kind of try to keep them bottled up as much as possible. A lot of gang tackling, guys running to the ball, keep him moving laterally. We don't want to let him square his shoulders up. He gets the open field. Obviously, he's got great burst as well. So I think those will be the keys for Friday night.
That's Steve Jervis, the longtime head coach of the Lions of Lackawanna Trail, his 17th season. What a job he's done. 126-62, his record at Lackawanna Trail. He has some connections to Berwick. He's a 1993 grad of Tunkhannock High School, and he played against the Bulldogs for 3 seasons. And in his senior season, he was the backup quarterback to Ron Powis in the Unico All-Star game. That game coached by Berwick's late legendary head coach, George Curry. Lackawanna Trail comes into tonight's game with a 2-0 record. We'll check the starting lineups when we return. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Planning for the future doesn't have to be complicated. Attorney Nick Lutz of Cardinal Estate Planning in Berwick will guide you every step of the way. Whether it's protecting your assets, setting up a trust, or ensuring your family is cared for, Cardinal Estate Planning provides personalized solutions for you and your family's needs. Call or sign up on their website to attend a free educational workshop that will give you an understanding of the process and peace of mind knowing your legacy is in good hands. Visit them online at cardinalestateplanning.com. Let them help you plan for tomorrow today.
What's worse than being broken down on the side of the road, and who's going to fix it without disrupting your life and cash flow? Since 2023, Wolfie's Automotive, 435 Washington Street, Berwick, has been keeping drivers on the road with the best prices and the shortest lead times. From large and extensive repairs to routine oil changes and even auto detailing, they are honest, dependable, and will have you back in business in no time. Wolfie's Automotive in Berwick, the local, trustworthy mechanic. Just see it for yourself.
Ready to tackle your financial goals? First Keystone Community Bank invites you to play smart with your savings. Lock in a 182-day CD at 4.50% APY annual percentage yield to enjoy the winning combination of security, high interest, and short-term convenience. Go for the goal with a First Keystone Community Bank CD. For more information, visit fkc.bank. Minimum balance to earn APY is $5,000. Terms apply. Member FDIC.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at insureberwick.com and Lori Powell at loripowell.net.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Weekend number 3 of the 2025 high school football season kicking off here at Crispin Field. The Bulldogs of Berwick 2-0. The Lions of Lackawanna Trail also 2-0. Here is the starting lineup offensively for the Lions. As a tight end, number 81, Calix Douglas. He is 6'3", 180 pounds, a junior. The left tackle is a good one. A returning all-state player from a year ago, number 74, Lucas Evans. He is 6'3", 265 pounds, a senior. Anthony Palucci is the left guard. He wears number 67. He is a 6'1", 260-pound junior. Cooper Castellano is the starting center. He wears number 75. He's 5'10", 195, a junior. Colin Owens is the right guard. He wears number... senior. At a wide receiver. Back is the son of head coach Steve Jervis, Tyler Jervis, 5'10", 160 pounds, a senior. Hasn't thrown a lot this season, just 10 total passes, completed 5 for 96 yards and a touchdown. He has had 1 pass intercepted. He's also carried the ball 13 times for 40 yards. What a season he's having. 356 yards in just 2 games, 7 touchdowns. He's also caught 4 passes for 90 yards and a score. Last season, he scored 29 overall touchdowns. Wing team is Sean Dwyer. He wears number 7. Under the tutelage of Steve Jervis in his 17th season, his 22nd season overall. He was the head coach at his alma mater, Tunkhannock, for 5 seasons. He is looking for his 150th career win in this game tonight. For the Bulldogs, the tight end is number 9, Gabe Decker, 6'3", 200-pound sophomore. The left tackle is 56, J.J. Leonard, 6 foot, 265, a senior. Draven Geiger, number 70, is the starting left guard, 5'11", 275, a senior. Nico Lonsinski starts at the center position. He wears number 77. He is 6'1", 280 pounds, a junior. Matt Gordner starts at right guard. He wears number 62. He is 6 foot, 275, a senior. The right tackle is number 72, Mike Perry, 5'10", 225 pounds, a junior. 3 seniors, 2 juniors, lots of experience, lots of size. Tackle to tackle, Bulldogs average 264 pounds a man. At one wide receiver position, number 13, Alex Estrella. He's a 5'11", 175-pound senior. We'll also see number 8, Shiloh Escobar, 6 foot, 185 junior. And number 22, Caleb May, a 5'9", 165-pound senior. The quarterback is a freshman, believed to be the first freshman to start at the quarterback position for Berwick, maybe in the history of the program. He has really shined so far on this season in running. He's already scored a couple of touchdowns. He's had a 63-yard touchdown run in the opener on the season. Brady, in the rushing department, 9 carries for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's averaging 14 yards a carry. Now, he doesn't throw much, or at least hasn't thrown much to this point. Just 2 of 6 in 2 games for 16 yards. Ty Wilkerson is the Isaac Ryan of the Bulldogs, if you will. In fact, he has just 1 yard less than Wilkerson, 265 yards rushing and 5 touchdowns so far for the 6'2", 205-pound senior. The fullback when the Bulldogs employ one will be either number 99, Everett Snyder, a 5'11", 220-pound senior, or number 44, Brock Sims, a 5'9", 175-pound junior. As the starting lineup offensively for the Bulldogs under C.J. Curry in his second season as head coach, they come in 2-0, a 24-7 season opening win over Lake Lehman, a 42-0 rout of Mid-Valley here at Crispin Field last Friday. The Bulldogs gets the Lions. The keys to tonight's game, Andy Lickney.
Well, the key for the Berwick Bulldogs defense, Jim, is going to be to stop that wing team. Coaches mentioned, hey, you only see it once a year, and when it comes around, you have 4 days to prep for it. What do? It's a very unique offense, and it takes some special preparation. So, and you're working against a team that runs the wing tee, and they have special talent. Great running back, a very headsy quarterback, some nice receivers, a big offensive line. So it gets all the trickier to stop the deception of the wing tee when the team also operates with great fundamentals and power and speed. There's a lot of crisscrossing in the backfield in the wing tee. You'll have a quarterback, you'll have 3 running backs. One will be on a wing, and they run it where one guy is always the wing, left or right. One guy is the fullback right behind the quarterback, and one will be a setback left or right of him. And that's where we're going to be seeing Isaac Ryan featured as that setback. Now, in that backfield, at the snap, there's often a lot of crisscrossing, a lot of maneuvering. The wingback will join in and get involved in play action. So when you're running, you're not sure who has the ball. Was it a gift to the fullback? Was it a gift to the man crossing behind him? Is the wingback coming back on a counter? Is it play action pass? And when teams practice this well at speed, you just can't see it and you can't locate it. So it's tough, and we mentioned they have a special talent in Isaac Ryan at running back. He was an all-stater, 1,713 yards last year. They have a great line with size. They have a lineman who was an all-stater last year in Lucas Evans. So they can do a lot of things well. How does Berwick stop this? Talk with the coaches, because there's some different philosophies. Some feel penetration can stop it. Some feel, no, you got to sit back and read. Talking with Tyson Kelly, the defensive coordinator of Berwick, they're happy with their base defense. They're 52. They feel that the people are playing it well. Personnel are good. They've been aggressive. They're only giving up 3.5 points a game. But they want to assign gap responsibilities at the snap. So at the snap, the interior lineman will shoot left or shoot right, and the inside linebackers will be responsible for the gap that's open. So there's a man filling each gap. You don't have to see who's coming at you. You don't have to locate where the ball is, fill every gap in the line of scrimmage, and you should be able to stop whatever comes. Then you have a secondary behind that. Ty Wilkerson will be cheating a little bit to help in on that running game. That's the basic plan. 52 with gap responsibilities. They'll mix it up. They'll have some blitzes. They'll do some of this and some of that just to vary it. But they're hoping that the base and the system they have in line for the wing tee works for them. Flip it around, Berwick, they have the great running back in Ty Wilkerson. Last year he had a tremendous year with 1,442 yards and basically did it in the second half of the season. This year he's averaging 177 yards a game, so he's right back at it. There are other weapons as well. They haven't all been featured in these opening games, but I'd say keep an eye on quarterback Brady Cleaver. He's shown he's a very dangerous runner. He has just 9 carries, but he's averaging 64 yards rushing a game. Speed when he can get open, and often if the attention goes to Wilkerson, he can make himself get open very quick on a counteraction. He also has the ability to pass well. We haven't seen it. It hasn't come into effect. We've seen some short passing in that. They're trying the coaches to kind of ease him along. But we saw the ability with the long bomb last week. He threw one toward Caleb May, and it was just off his fingertips, about 40, 50 yards downfield. So you can see that ability is there when they choose to unleash it. And add other people in there like Gabe Decker who can contribute if you dump him the ball at tight end, Gavin Galusha when he gets his chance at running back, and even at kicker and Caleb Yost, they have a guy who's going to get them points. So what does Lackawanna Trail do to stop it? Well, they're going to flip 9 guys from offense over to defense. We mentioned only 27 men on this roster, 3 freshmen included in that. So there could be a fatigue factor, but they're very good people, the two-way starters that are going offense and defense for this team. Berwick hopes to fatigue them by the fourth quarter, keep wearing on them, but we'll see. They're talented, they're big, they're experienced. They'll run a 4-4 defense, and they're studs at each level. Lucas Evans, the All-Stater, is in the line. Linebacker has Colin Owens, who was a strong defensive end last year. They moved him to middle linebacker. And at safety, the other All-Stater and Isaac Ryan. So we'll see what happens when this one gets started, Jimmy.
Both teams have made their appearance on the field. We'll be back with the kickoff. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
Do you suffer from tired, achy, heavy legs? Are you looking to elevate your performance and style? Discover the perfect fusion of fashion and function at the Compression Shop of Berwick. If you're looking for medical or athletic compression wear, if you're looking to power through your workday, or you're looking to recover post-workout, the Compression Shop has personalized consultations and most of the products are try before you buy. All military get 10% off every day. The Compression Shop Berwick, West Front Street. Check out their Facebook page.
Got that Berwick Bulldog spirit? Go to Papa Lou's Place on Vine Street, 2 blocks from Crispin Field, where the Berwick Bulldogs games are on. And there's live music on the patio after each home game, with drink specials every Friday, and try their famous smash burgers, homemade pierogies, and broadster wings with a variety of homemade sauces. Nobody does Berwick High School football like Papa Lou's Place, where the beer is fresh, the food is amazing, and the service is top-notch. See their Facebook page for details and go to Papa Lou's Place to see what the buzz is about.
W234BH West Hazelton at 94.7, WVWX W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, and W288CF Danville at 105.5. Your home for Berwick Bulldogs football is Pop Radio, a Southern Mountains media station. WHLN Bloomsburg.
Captain's meeting with the officiating crew at the center of the field, moments away from the kickoff for the second meeting ever between Lackawanna Trail and Berwick here at Crispin Field. The referee for tonight's game is Jim Gordon. Frank Galicki is the umpire. Linesman is Galen Miller. John Bonda is the line judge. Field judge is Jack Ott, and the side judge is Mark Burns. Berwick in their blue jerseys, white helmets, white numerals and trim. And the Lions, white jerseys, white pants, white numerals, the red numbers on the jersey. Lackawanna Trail won the toss, deferred to the second half, so we'll get to see Berwick's offense on the field first, and it has been potent, averaging 33 points a game through the first 2 games of the season. You may recall last year when Berwick opened the season 0-4, they scored on their first possession in the opening game and then went 11 quarters without an offensive touchdown. So clearly, this is a better Berwick team than the one that lost in Factoryville last year to Lackawanna Trail 35-0. But Lackawanna Trail might be just as good, if not better, than they were a year ago. Certainly it's a good way to start with 2 All-Staters, a big lineman, and a tremendous running back.
Yep, they are a good team, Jim, and Berwick's a good team. So this is a real test, barn burner of a game coming up. I think one area where Berwick's improved a lot, Jim, is in that offensive line. J.J. Leonard and Matt Gardner have been standouts. Draven Geiger, a feature player. Nico Lonzinski is back in at center, 280 pounds. And Mike Perry's done a nice job. Henry Snyder, when he's in at center, has looked very solid, and I think that certainly has helped in this running game that features Tymir Wilkerson.
You mentioned the two-way players for Lackawanna Trail. Well, special teams, no difference. We look out of that field, we see Isaac Ryan out there on kick teams. We see Sean Dwyer, their second leading rusher, on kick teams. As Berwick's got to be moving it from our right to our left as we view things here in the first quarter. Joey Thomas, a sophomore, will kick it off for the Lions.
Soccer-style approach on the right hash. He's about 9 yards deep as we get the whistle to start.
Gavin Galusha and Caleb May deep for Berwick, and this game is underway as the kick is a low line drive. We fielded by one of the upmen at the 24-yard line. The return to the 30, it's Shiloh Escobar, and he's brought down hard at the 34-yard line. Tim Richmond down to make the play for the Lions, who will start defensively in this 4-4 with Calix Douglas, Lucas Evans, Anthony Palucci, and Blake Stage. Up front, Tyler Jervis and Braden Martinez, the outside linebackers. Inside, Carter Edwards and Colin Owens. The secondary, Sean Dwyer and Lucas Philippic at the corners. Isaac Ryan is the safety.
Two-way starters, as we mentioned, Jim. They have to flip-flop them on both sides because of the limited number on their roster, but very talented individuals.
Berwick to their 33-yard line with a first down. Everett Snyder's in that backfield. He lines up to the right of Brady Cleaver, who's operating in the pistol. Behind him is Ty Wilkerson, who gets the call and gets over the 35 out to about the 37-yard line. So a 4-yard pickup to start. Isaac Ryan coming from his safety position to make the play. They're marking at the 38, so give them 5, second down and 5.
Berwick must have seen Henry Snyder at center and enjoyed what they saw of him on film. So the sophomore, 5'10", 230-pounder, is getting to start at center.
Well, as Berwick takes a second down and 5. Gabe Decker lines up as a tight end to the right. Everett Snyder in motion to the right side. The give again is to Ty Wilkerson, and this time gets very little, short of the 40-yard line. The third down upcoming. Calix Douglas makes the stop for the Lions.
Tyler Jervis, quarterback, outside linebacker here on defense, the coach's son, was able to get penetration and cut off anything of any attempt to take it toward the perimeter. Forced Wilkerson to take it up inside, and it was stuff there. 3rd and 4, penalty would get this, Jim.
Bulldogs at the 39-yard line. Slot to the right, wide receiver left. Gabe Decker, the tight end to the right. In motion is Everett Snyder, right to left. Fake. Brady Cleaver keeps it, looking for the first down yardage, and he will not get it. He faked to Ty Wilkerson. Normally that gets the attention of the defense, but they were right there. Hayden Reed makes the stop. So the ball at the 41, picked up a couple. It's 4th and 2, Berwick at their 41.
And I don't know if we're seeing a punter coming on, Jim. We bark the signals.
C.J. Curry is talking to his quarterback, Brady Cleaver, on the sideline, who trots on. So Berwick rolling the dice here early in this game. 4th and 2 at their own 41-yard line.
Little surprising. Kind of high risk.
Cleaver under center. Wilkerson, the lone running back behind him. 4th down call. The give is to Wilkerson off the right side. Hit behind the line. Breaks free. Gets the first down and then some. Still on his feet to the 40-yard line of the Lions. Terrific individual effort by Ty Wilkerson. Tyler Jervis stops him.
Isaac Ryan came up from safety and had him 2 yards in the backfield, but Wilkerson sort of dropped his shoulder, went dead leg, and bounced it outside of him. Then he was able to get the chains and more for a wonderful run on a critical, risky 4th down play.
12 yards in the carry by Ty Wilkerson. 1st and 10, Berwick at the Lackawanna Trail 47-yard line. 3 wide receivers as Brady Cleaver operates out of the gun with Wilkerson to his right. Fake to Wilkerson. Cleaver keeps it, gets outside right. He's got the first down as he dances out of bounds at about the 37-yard line.
That's the action you were talking about, Jim. Fake it to Wilkerson and then pull it and take it wide yourself. He had the nice soft corner to turn, got past the line of scrimmage, and used the speed.
It's coming back, though. There is a holding call against Berwick.
From right about the line of scrimmage, so they'll mark it from there, and we'll be seeing a first and about 11 coming, or 20 coming up.
Back at the Berwick 44-yard line. So the penalty negates a terrific run by Brady Cleaver.
He had a very soft corner, Jim. I thought it was all on the fake, and then he used his speed, but apparently over there at the point of attack is where the hold occurred.
Just underway in this opening quarter. Berwick, 1st and 20. Back at their own 44-yard line. Cleaver out of the gun. Wilkerson's to his left. Fake the pitch to Wilkerson. The keep by Cleaver almost broke through there, got over midfield to the 49. He was within a whisker. A shoestring tackle by Tyler Jervis of going a long, long way.
Fake the pitch left, and again, that draws the eyes and gets a quick shift movement from the defense. He then took it off the right side, but up inside over the right guard. Found a nice seam, and only Jervis able to trip him up.
7 yards in the carry by Brady Cleaver. Second leading rusher on this team coming into this game, the freshman quarterback, as Berwick has it at the Lackawanna Trail 49-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Decker goes in motion to the right. He leads the blocking for Ty Wilkerson, who bounces it outside right, gets spun around. Second effort and third effort, and he's close to the sticks. What a tremendous effort by Ty Wilkerson.
Yes, it was. Jervison had him by the arm 2 yards deep in the backfield and did a whole pirouette with him, swinging him, but couldn't hold on. Swung him. I thought he'd step out of bounds, but he danced on the sideline and made a wonderful run out of it.
So Berwick has gone from a 1st and 20 situation after a penalty to a 3rd down and 4. They have it at the Lions' 40-yard line. Slot to the left, wide receiver right. Cleaver out of the gun. Give to Wilkerson off the right side. Working his way to a first down, and he has it at the 34-yard line. Well, we know about the speed and the power of Ty Wilkerson. That time we saw the patience of Ty Wilkerson.
Yeah, he ran toward the right side, short side of the field. And as you mentioned, just held up a moment, got a shield, cut inside of that, knew where the chains were, and was able to fight to get them.
6 yards on the carry. Wilkerson will get a breather now, and Gavin Galusha takes his place. Galusha, a talented running back in his own right. 1st and 10. Berwick on the march off the opening kickoff at the Lackawanna Trail 34-yard line. Galusha is the lone running back, double tight end alignment. Galusha gets the carry. Up the middle, looking for room. There's nothing there. Lions do a great job stacking it up. Maybe a yard on the play. Braden Martinez in on the stop for the Lions.
Berwick's coming off well, but they're being outnumbered a little bit as the Lions are playing to stop the run. They have a 4-4 defense, so they have the line outmanned anyway. Potential tacklers to blockers. They're also cheating that secondary up a little bit.
Galusha got 2, 2nd and 8. Berwick at the Trail 32-yard line. Again, Galusha, the lone running back. Cleaver under center, wide receiver to either side. 2nd down call, fade to Galusha, back to throw is Cleaver, looking long for Estrella. He has a step, the ball is caught for touchdown. Brady Cleaver goes long to Alex Estrella, 32 yards for the score.
There's a little play action fake on a fake pitch, and then he drops straight back. He knows Estrella's speed. Estrella was breaking down the left hash. He lost the corner, had about 5 steps. High pass, nice tight spiral on that, but a safe pass for Alex Estrella to run over and make an easy basket catch in the end zone.
So Berwick didn't score a single point against Lackawanna Trail in last year's game. They are on the board early here. Caleb Yost attempt the extra point. Out of the hold of Ashton Smith. The kick is up and the kick is good. Time on the field, 6:27 remaining. Opening quarter, Berwick 7, Lackawanna Trail nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Great start to the game for Berwick. They go 9 plays, 67 yards off the opening kickoff. The touchdown, the first career touchdown pass by freshman Brady Cleaver, 32 yards to Alex Estrella. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick with a 7-0 advantage.
Run, 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 run. So when you finally do go play action pass, you fool the secondary who was cheating up. Estrella put a little head fake to the inside as he went down the left hash and then sped past that defender. Easily had him outdistanced, and a nice pass by Brady Cleaver there to not overthrow it. Put a lot of air under it and let his receiver run under it in the end zone.
Isaac Ryan is deep for Lackawanna Trail along with Sean Dwyer. Caleb Yost, following his extra point, will kick it off for the Bulldogs. Berwick used a lot of that first quarter clock on that series. The kick is very, very high and short. Dwyer at the 11 to the 15. And this Bulldog down at the 20-yard line. What a special teams play for Berwick as Dwyer gunned down in the open field by Ashton Smith.
Ashton Smith's been very visible in these games, vying for the starting quarterback job. We saw him do a lot of quarterbacking at the end of the game last week. We've seen him take PATs where the snaps were a little low and run them into the end zone, and very visible in specialty team play.
Berwick defensively, Everett Snyder is the nose in this 5-man front. Gabe Decker and Skylar Neville are the ends. Matt Gordner and J.J. Leonard, the tackles, will check the rest of the defense after this play. Isaac Ryan lines up on a wing to the right. There's a wing to the left, first down play for Trail. Here comes Ryan in motion, sweeping the left side, has the football and has some yardage still on his feet over the 25 near the 27-yard line. Berwick's linebackers, Brock Sims, Gavin Galusha, and the corners, Brady Cleaver and Caleb May. The free safety, Alex Estrella. Ty Wilkerson is the strong safety.
Too much for the Berwick defense to give up. He was at the right wing, came in a half-moon motion, this setback position. When the quarterback took the snap, he handed it to him, and he just continued in a sweeping action to the right side, but then powers for the last 5-6 yards of the run.
2nd down and 2 for the Lions at their 28. As the give on the play and not getting the first down is the wingback coming from the left side. Skylar Neville makes a good defensive play for Berwick.
Yeah, Sean Dwyer coming in that wingback, a basic part of the wing tee. He took a step back from wing and then attacked over the right side. But Berwick playing gap defense, holding their areas of responsibility, and Skylar Neville from defensive end, one of the best at doing that.
They gave Dwyer a yard, so it's 3rd down and 1 for the Lions. Jervis under center, and it looks like a timeout is called by the Lions. 5:03 to go, opening quarter, 7-0 Berwick. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Quick moving first quarter play here at Crispin Field. 5:03 to go in the quarter. Berwick scored. Nice drive off the opening kickoff. They lead 7-0. Lackawanna Trail with the ball following their timeout. They called a timeout to talk about this 3rd down and 1 at their own 29-yard line.
You would think they'd like to power it. They certainly have the offensive linemen to do it. I'd be running behind my left tackle, Lucas Evans. He's the all-stater.
Dwyer on a wing to the left. Ryan to the right. Ryan comes in motion, takes the handoff, goes off the right side, has the first out and then some. Good effort by Ryan all the way out to the 35-yard.
They did take that man, tackle, as I expected. Use your best on Berwick when you need it the most.
6 yards on the carry on a 3rd and 1. 1st and 10 for the Lions. They have it at their own 35-yard line. Ryan again on a wing to the right side. Dwyer to the left. Ryan comes in motion, but it's the inside handoff to Dwyer, and Berwick is all over it. He won't get back to the line of scrimmage.
J.J. Leonard right at the point of attack with that gap penetration, Jim. If you penetrate, it doesn't matter if they're pulling guards, pulling tight ends, pulling anybody. You create that pile, and there was nowhere for Jervis to run on that wing-back counter going from left to right.
Loss of 2 for Dwyer. Foreman, the pitch to Ryan. He's got running room. He's to 45. Down the far sideline of Berwick territory at the 35. The 30. Cleaver trying to catch up. Ryan is in for the touchdown. What a terrific run by Isaac Ryan, showing some great speed. Berwick has terrific speed in that secondary. They couldn't catch Isaac Ryan on a 67-yard burst.
That was a beautiful run, Jim. 81 yards now on the game for the star, the all-stater Isaac Ryan. Cut back against the grain. Cleaver on the backside, overcommitted a little bit. Need to stay honest with a good runner like Isaac Ryan. And even in the chase, he couldn't quite come up.
Joey Thomas will attempt the extra point. The kick was blocked, I believe, off to the left. Looked like Caleb May got in there and got a piece of the football. So Berwick will retain the lead. 3:38 to go in the first. Berwick 7, Lackawanna Trail 6. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?
Huh? I'm so over this."
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Both these teams off to great starts offensively on the season, so we expected some fireworks, and we have it so far in this opening quarter. Both teams won possession, both teams touchdowns. The difference, they blocked extra point, and Berwick leads 7-6, 3:38 remaining in the opening quarter.
Didn't get a lot of height on the kick, so Caleb May coming in with a nice jump. Able to get a little deflection on it, keep it from going through the goalposts.
Thomas will kick off. His first kickoff came up short. Shalo Escobar returned what he could. This one will get to Galusha at the 18-yard line, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and out to the 37-yard line. Nice return by Gavin Galusha.
Really was. He put a move on Danny Jones, cut inside of him, and gained an additional 5 yards. So used good speed to catch the high kick, bring it from the left hash over toward the center of the field, and he'll set Berwick up with pretty nice field position.
Hayden Reed made that stop on special teams for the Lions. So Berwick, their second possession of this game. First one resulted in the first touchdown pass of the Brady Cleaver era as the starting Berwick quarterback. He will operate out of the pistol. Ty Wilkerson behind him. And Matt Gordner is in there as a blocker to the left of Cleaver. He's in the backfield. As Wilkerson tries left, nothing there, cuts it up the middle, and goes to the 43-yard line. Boy, Ty Wilkerson for some of last season, looked like just a speedster who, if he got outside, he was gone, but he's so much more than that. Great vision on that run.
Yeah, he wanted to take it over left tackle, but was jamming up, so he jumped, cut, went over one hole, kind of took it over the center, and it was Tyler Jervis, who's been very active, almost shadowing Ty Wilkerson, able to trip him up, but not until he got 6-7 yards.
We'll call it 7, 2nd and 3. Again, Matt Gordner's in the backfield to the right of Brady Cleaver, who gives the ball to Wilkerson, tries the left side, and nothing doing. Coming from the secondary was Isaac Ryan to make the play.
Carter Evans also in there from the defensive end positions. They played it rather staunch, yet Wilkerson will cut the distance, Jim. He'll get 2.5 yards and set up a 3rd and 1.
Clock running, 2:24 to go in this opening quarter. Berwick with a 7-6 advantage. Bulldogs 3rd down and 1 at their own 45-yard line.
They went on 4th down from here, needing more yardage, Jim, so it could be 2-down territory.
And they're going to operate out of the Wildcat. The direct snap will come to Ty Wilkerson. He takes it, fakes a handoff, tries to get outside left, and does so for the first down, still on his feet, ridden out of bounds at the 46-yard line of the Lions.
Everett Snyder was wide on the periphery and gave him just enough of a block for the speedster to take the Wildcat snap, get wide of him, get to the corner, easily make the first down, then tiptoe the sideline to stretch for additional yardage.
On a 3rd down and 1, 9 yards for Ty Wilkerson, and a Berwick first down at the Lackawanna Trail 46-yard line.
Give him 7 carries for 48 yards as we're under 2 minutes here in the first quarter.
Wilkerson now will line up in a slot to the right side. Caleb May outside of him. Ashton Smith is in the lineup on a wing to the right. Here comes Wilkerson in motion right to left. Lots of things going on. Wilkerson takes the handoff, tries to get outside right, and is cut down after a short gain. Good defense by the Lions. Making the stop is Isaac Ryan. He's more than just a running back. We've already seen him make a couple of plays from that safety position.
A lot of window dressing, Jim, with people going and shifting, then going in motion, then coming back from motion, and Wilkerson takes it. Ashton Smith, who we don't see at the offense very much, is an inside man in trips, and he had a real nice block to give Wilkerson the corner, but then played even better by the defense on the periphery beyond that.
2nd and 7, Berwick at the Lions' 43-yard line. Cleaver under center. Wilkerson gets a breather. Galusha's the running back. He tries the middle, not much there, gets what he can, and it might be a yard. And Tyler Jervis coming from the secondary to make the stop.
Boy, he's been busy. Tyler Jervis plays quarterback on offense, but outside linebacker and maybe a bit of a spy, a monster back in the look we've been seeing. Always seems to be around the ball, locates it, a very short tackler.
Give Galusha a yard and bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Bulldogs at the Lions' 42-yard line. Estrella, who caught the touchdown, passes wide to the right. There's a slot to the left. Galusha to the left of Brady Cleaver, who fires a quick out to Estrella, who drops the football at the 39-yard line. So Berwick with a decision coming, 4th and 6.
They are across midfield. They went for it from 10 yards the other way.
But Caleb Yost coming on, and we have a punt coming.
Yeah.
As Sean Dwyer will be deep for the Lions.
Now down in distance, they need a good 6 yards, Jim. It's difference from the 4th and 2, even with worse field position. So the punt is in order, and Yost is there to do it. A little quick on the pass. Quarterback Cleaver got it, threw it immediately. Sailed a little bit on him, but close to being executed.
Sean Dwyer back in single safety for the Lions. It's Caleb Yost standing back at the Berwick 45-yard line to punt. A little bit of a high snap, but he gets it. Kicks it away. Beautiful kick. Off to the sideline, and it will roll out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. You can't do better than what Caleb Yost just did.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to put it on the 3 or the 4, but that was beautiful. High, sailing away from the return man who's in the middle of the field. Aims for the left sideline and that little post at the goal line. gets it to bounce around to 2 or 3, and gets the good out-of-bounds roll as well.
39 yards, no return. Lackawanna trails second possession back at their own 3-yard line. 22 seconds remaining in this opening quarter.
Limits the offensive playbook when your backs are lined up in the goal.
Dwyer on a wing to the right. Jervis under center from the 3-yard line. Berwick showing blitz. Almost came across. Then they back off. Dwyer comes in motion, takes the handoff, and he is tackled down around the 1-yard line, almost a safety. Wilkerson makes the play for the Bulldogs on the final play of this first quarter, I believe. No, the clock is stopped. Do we have a flag? It's a face mask against Berwick. Well, this is a big, big play because they were backed up to their own 1-yard line in the play by Wilkerson.
Did not see the face mask on the tackle. Wilkerson was shooting. They were, you were calling blitzes, Jim. They wanted to get penetration on plays that often go sideways. You can get a safety. So Wilkerson had penetration, was wrapping up the man about a yard or 2 deep. He got out of the end zone. And is that going to be the quarter?
It is the end of the first quarter play with the score. Berwick 7, Lackawanna Trail 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
1 quarter in the books here at Crespin Field. Berwick leading Lackawanna Trail 7-6. The last play of that first quarter, Berwick's Ty Wilkerson brought down the ball carrier at the 1-yard line, but was called for a face mask penalty. They've moved the ball to the 6-yard line, which I don't understand because that would make it a 3-yard penalty.
Well, from the 1 to the 6 would be 5. Okay. Normally you don't see a 5-yard face mask.
From the 1. So they're ruling it an incidental face mask.
Yep.
And the 5-yard penalty from the spot, which would make it the 6-yard line. So the Lions moving from our right to our left in this second quarter, trailing Berwick by a score of 7-6. That penalty giving them a first down. More importantly, getting them a little bit of breathing room. So from the 6, 1st and 10. As backs in an open set. One of them is Isaac Ryan. As they roll right, it's the quarterback who keeps the football and gets nowhere as Everett Snyder making a stop from his nose guard position.
J.J. Leonard chasing from behind also helps trip him up, Jim. They'll lose a yard or 2 on that. Quarterback with sort of that, everyone leading over the right side. You have 3 different backs plus all the linemen. So quarterback coming strong, but from the back side, Everett Snyder and J.J. Leonard coming in strong.
Loss of 2 back to the 4. 2nd down and 12. For the Lions at their own 4-yard line as they move from our right to our left in this second quarter.
Minimal passing for this team, just 5 of 10 for 96 yards for Jervis. His favorite target is the running back, Isaac Ryan.
Backs in an open set, man in motion. Ryan gets the call, tries the right side, not much doing, maybe a yard to the 5. Is making the play for Berwick. As they mark the ball at the 5-yard line, Brock Simmons in on the stop from his linebacker position. So here's a tough call coming.
Yeah.
3rd and 11 for the Lions from their own 5.
And I think Tyson Kelly, the defensive coordinator, may call for pressure. Watch for some blitzing, the potential for a sack in the end zone, and the safety is there.
Quarterback Tyler Jervis under center. Has a man in motion, a pitch to that man in the end zone. Berwick is all over the play. They'll lose yardage back to the 4-yard line. A dangerous play. The man came in motion, took the pitch, and with that penetration, he was back to the 1-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play. 4th down, and Berwick figures to get great field position as the punter, Calix Douglas, will be deep in his own end zone.
Yes, he will. Gabe Decker, defensive end on the right side, played that really well. He contained, would not let the sweeping man get wide of him, turned him back into the interference that was chasing him down, and boy, that interference came quickly from behind.
Brady Cleaver is back in single safety for the Bulldogs. The snap. They're coming hard. He gets the kick away. Not a long kick. Cleaver at the 38-yard line to the 35. Tries to reverse his field. Goes across the field. Turns the corner at the 30, the 25, the 20, and ridden out of bounds. What a terrific return by Brady. Line drive punt, the good return, and the Bulldogs will be in great field position with a 7-6 lead and 9:21 remaining in the quarter. A 22-yard punt return after a 38-yard punt.
You normally wouldn't ask your punt returner to back up the way he did. He saw there were men wide, but he had 2/3 of the field to play with, and he knows his speed, Jimmy. He felt he can outrun that. So he backed up, bubbled behind, used his speed, and eventually did turn the corner. There'll be a flag at the end against Berwick, but still a great return and great field position for Berwick starting at the 23.
9:21 to go in this opening half. Bulldogs trying to add to a 7-6 advantage. They're marking it at the 22-yard line of the Lions.
Jimmy, when Brady Cleaver started backing up to run around those people, were you thinking, oh no, he's going to lose yardage?
No, because I've seen the speed of Brady Cleaver.
It's incredible.
And he made up that ground as the Bulldogs from the 22-yard line of the Lions. Cleaver under center. Straight I formation. Snyder's the fullback. He gets the call off the left side, and first carry of the season for Everett Snyder, and he picks up about 4 to the 18-yard line. Tyler Jervis in on the stop.
People have been keying through to Tymir Wilkerson. So hit that first back up and hit it quick with Everett Snyder, and you get the 4 yards you'd like on first down.
2nd down and 6. Berwick at the Lions' 22-yard line. They break the huddle, send 2 receivers to the right. Actually, one of them, the slot, is Snyder, who usually come in motion and lead the blocking. Ty Wilkerson is the lone running back. Cleaver under center. Here comes Snyder in motion. Leads the way as Wilkerson gets the call and bulldozes his way down to about the 11-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, good strong running, but good blocking in front of him, Jim. No one could lay that hand and try to track him down until he had the first 3 or 4 yards, and then he finishes the run strongly.
Carter Edwards on the stop after a 7-yard gain by Ty Wilkerson. Berwick first down at the Lackawanna Trail, 11-yard line. Bulldogs moving from our left to our right in this second quarter, which has 8:10 remaining. They break the huddle. Estrella is the lone wide receiver to the right. Ashton Smith in as a tight end to the left. A lot of shifting by Berwick, but they end up in the I formation. So he goes straight ahead, the 6-yard line.
Again, the offensive line blocking backs are creating an interference. They're getting a good first step and a good push. And then Wilkerson behind that, like that sledgehammer, is going to force his way further and further toward that goal line.
Colin Owens in on that last stop for the Lions. Berwick at the 6-yard line. Facing 2nd down and 5. Straight I formation. The call goes to Ty Wilkerson off the left, headed toward the end zone, and is stopped short, but not by much. Might have a first down.
I think he may, Jim. Fouled Everett Snyder over the left side. Things stepped up, and he went to dive and almost tried to roll his back over the play. In fact, I think Lackawanna Trail had to make sure he was officially down. So they're going to kill him just short of the first down.
Lackawanna Trail very late in getting people on the field. Let's see if they got a timeout before that play ran. The referee signals that the Lions have done just that. Their second timeout, 6:48 to go. Opening half, Berwick leads this one 7-6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Planning for the future doesn't have to be complicated. Attorney Nick Lutz of Cardinal Estate Planning in Berwick will guide you every step of the way. Whether it's protecting your assets, setting up a trust, or ensuring your family is cared for, Cardinal Estate Planning provides personalized solutions for you and your family's needs. Call or sign up on their website to attend a free educational workshop that will give you an understanding of the process and peace of mind knowing your legacy is in good hands. Visit them online at cardinalastate.planning.com. Let them help you plan for tomorrow today.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
6 minutes, 48 seconds remaining in this first half. Berwick trying to add to a 7-6 lead over Lackawanna Trail. And the Bulldogs facing a 3rd down and 1 at the Lackawanna Trail 2-yard line. Everett Snyder is the fullback, ahead of Ty Wilkerson in the eye. Wilkerson, the call off the left side, goes in, standing up for a Berwick touchdown. 6th touchdown of the season for Ty Wilkerson.
Made it look easy. Berwick with the timeout had Lonzinski had some beef in its center. But then they went unbalanced to the left of him. A guard, a tackle, another tackle, and a tight end. So when Wilkerson attacks that left side, there's just not enough defenders in the right areas to be able to stop that. Calls it a short sweep and goes in standing.
Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Ashton Smith. The snap by Gabe Decker is a good one. The hold is there. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Time out the field. 6:44 to go in the first half. Berwick 14, Lackawanna Trail 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
When the weather turns cold, you need reliability to keep your home and family warm. Chapin Oil in Nescapec has been the local choice for reliable home heating oil delivery and maintaining the tried and true service you've come to know only at Chapin Oil. Stay warm, stay local, and stay with the name you can trust. Chapin Oil, Nescapec. Call today to set up your delivery. Chapin Oil proudly supports the Berwick Bulldogs.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Berwick gets the long punt return by Brady Cleaver. They go on a 22-yard scoring drive on 5 plays. Ty Wilkerson in from the 2-yard line for the score. His 6th rushing touchdown of the season. 6:44 remaining in the first half. And Berwick leads Lackawanna Trail by a score of 14-6.
I like the clever coaching, Jim. While Lackawanna Trail took the time out, Berwick had time to think, hey, we're down around the 2. What should we do? This is a good time to try to sneak in an unbalanced line on the left side. Lackawanna Trail did not adjust properly to that look, and Ty Wilkerson takes it in standing.
Dwyer and Ryan deep for the Lions. Caleb Yost will kick it off for the Bulldogs.
Kicking from the middle of the field rather than the hash where he normally aligns.
Gets the whistle from the officiating crew. And the sophomore gets the kick away. Very, very high, headed toward the out of bounds, and does go out of bounds. So the Lions will have good field position for this possession. They trail now by 8 with 6:44 to go in the half.
Good field position, but no threat of a return, Jim. They were hurt by such plays up at Lackawanna Trail last year. You don't want to give them that opportunity for the big play touchdown on a kick return. I don't think it was kicked out of bounds intentionally. They tried to bunch them over on one side and let the returners come down, but it did bounce out of bounds, and Berwick will take the penalty.
Yeah, I'm with you. If my choice is between the ball going to Isaac Ryan and returning it, or Just give him the ball at the 35. I'll give him the ball at the 35.
Yeah, it's sound strategy.
So the Lions with the ball, trailing now by 8. Jervis will operate out of the shotgun for the first time. And he gives to Dwyer, trying to sweep the right side. A great play by Skylar Neville from his defensive end position. Holds it to a yard gain. Boy, he came a long way to make that play.
You can see the sweeping action with all the men leading it, Jim. Out of that wing tee, look, you have a lot of potential blockers. Neville, who's backside defensive end, could see everything going away. No threat of a reverse. Chases it down as it's made on the other side. That would be Gabe Decker. Slows it down toward the point of attack.
Second down, a long 9 for the Lions. Short of their 36-yard line. Isaac Ryan on a wing to the right side. Dwyer comes in motion. The call goes straight ahead. Lots of running room all the way out to midfield. So the first carry of the game for sophomore Carter Edwards from that fullback spot. Of course, you're looking for Ryan, you're looking for Dwyer, and the fullback comes straight up the middle for a big gain to the Berwick 49.
Very nice quick hitter. We saw Everett Snyder do it for Berwick on a quick hitter. Here, Carter Edwards with his 4th carry of the season, bursts it and gets nice field position for his team.
15 yards on the carry for the 5'10", 190-pound sophomore Carter Edwards. And Lackawanna Trail in Berwick territory at the 49. Backs in an open set, wing to the left side. Dwyer's that wing. He comes around, gets the handoff, and not much doing. Maybe a yard on the play. Berwick defensively playing it very well.
Everett Snyder from nose guard sensed it going from left to right, got his penetration, grabbed that man Dwyer by the ankles, and spun him to the ground for no gain.
Second down and 10. Clock running. Under 5 to go here in the first half. Berwick leading Lackawanna Trail by a score of 14-6. Matchup of two teams starting the season 2-0 coming in. Backs in an open set. Wing is to the left side. The give on the play, and he'll lose yardage back to the 47-yard line. Berwick's all over the play. Carter Edwards got the ball again. No, check that. It's Isaac Ryan, and Ryan is buried by the Berwick defense led by J.J. Leonard.
Yes, it was. Everett Snyder again getting great penetration from nose, disrupts the play, forces a man to sidestep him with the football. By the time they recover from that, there's 2 or 3 other people getting the penetration, and they meet him in the backfield.
Second and 13. Make that 3rd and 13 for Lackawanna Trail at their own 48-yard line. Jervis out of the gun. Play action, back to throw. Dumps it off, has Dwyer in the open field. Berwick needs to make the tackle, and they do. Just a gain of a couple on the play. That's a nice play by Caleb May. Short tackle in the open field. They get to the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs, gain of 4. 4th and 9, and the punt team on.
Yeah, he stayed with the man. He watched where he was coming, flaring out to the right side. May comes up from corner, lets the man make the catch deep, about 4 yards deep in the backfield. But squares up, watches his navel to make sure no one's going to put a shifty move on him, and a good short tackle, comfortably short by 9 yards of the chains.
Calix Douglas will do the punting. Danny Jones the long snapping. Cleaver and Galusha deep for the Bulldogs. Kick by Douglas goes to the far side of the field, headed toward the out of bounds. It does get out of bounds. So an effective punt by Calix Douglas. It's only 27 yards, but there is no return, and the Bulldogs backed up to their own 17-yard line. So with 3:14 remaining in this half, Berwick with their full complement of timeouts remaining and hoping to add to what is a 14-6 lead.
Yeah, they've been able to move the ball well, but mostly it's been Tymir Wilkerson, 66 yards for him on about 9 carries. Other than that, we've seen a touchdown pass of 32 yards to Alex Estrella. Might be time, with limited time left on the clock, 3:14 and a long distance to go, to see what Brady Cleaver can do with the passing game.
Nico Lonzinski is the center for the Bulldogs on this series. Cleaver out of the gun. To his right is Ty Wilkerson. Wilkerson gets the call, and he gets over the 20 to about the 21-yard line. So Wilkerson will add to his First half totals, Calix Douglas in on the stop.
Add to it by about 4 yards there, so give him now 70 yards on those carries. Keep the clock moving, though.
The ball at the 22-yard line. We'll call it 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Again, no particular hurry with the clock running at 2:44 to go. Slot to the right side, wide receiver left. Brady Cleaver out of the gun. Caleb May comes in motion. The give straight ahead is Ty Wilkerson, almost broke out of there, did get the first down out to the 30-yard line. Boy, he was within a step of a long run. Isaac Ryan makes the stop as he'll pick up 8 to the 30, and now Berwick picks up the pace as they come right to the line of scrimmage with 2:20 to go in the half. Cleaver out of the gun. Fakes it. Keeps the football. Trying to get outside left. And will get what he can. And what he can is about 4 to the 34. Ugly looking play. Looked like a busting play.
Yeah, I think it was, Jim. It looked like he wanted to actually hand it off or go to a pitch. And when he spun, there was no one there. So impromptu, kept going to his right side. Got a little bit out of it, but it'll keep the clock moving at 1:50 and counting.
The ball at the 34. 4 yards and the carry by Brady Cleaver. He awaits the shotgun snap. Ty Wilkerson gets the handoff. Hit behind the line, breaks. One of their timeouts.
Curbside pickup or dumpster rentals, EcoFirst Logistics full-service trash service has you covered from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. They're designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly, ensuring what can be saved is sorted out. EcoFirst Logistics also offers roll-off dumpsters for all your construction, demolition, and junk hauling needs.
Pop Radio.
1 minute, 34 seconds remaining in the first half here at Crispin Field. Berwick leading. Lackawanna Trail 14-6. Bulldogs following their timeout. They have 2 left. Man in motion to the right. Toss. Lions making the stop was Calix Douglas.
Yeah, defensive end on the right side. Saw it coming his way, grabbed an ankle and just refused to let go.
2nd and 7, 1:10 to go in the half. Berwick at their 44. Cleaver's back to throw. Calix Douglas in pursuit. Cleaver has to keep the football, and he dives out near the 50-yard line. And he will pick up 6 on the play. 3rd down and 1. Clock under a minute now, 49-48, as Berwick comes to the line of scrimmage, which is midfield. Wilkerson gets the call off the left side, has the first down, gets just a couple to the 48-yard line. See if Berwick will use a timeout or if they'll just come to the line of scrimmage quickly. They'll come to the line of scrimmage.
Clocks it.
And now the snap taken by Cleaver, and he just spikes the football, stops the clock with 34 seconds remaining in this half. Berwick now in Lackawanna Trail territory.
You know, in the football books, Jim, as people think, and a lot of fans would think, this is a passing situation. But you have to know your personnel and what you do best. On any one play, Ty Wilkerson can break through and go all the way. So it's a question of, do we keep feeding Ty Wilkerson and hoping that happens? We still have timeouts. Or do we get into that passing mode and see what Brady Cleaver can do?
3 receivers to the right. 2nd and 10 Berwick. from the 48 of the Lions. Cleaver back to throw. Fires over the middle. Has Shiloh Escobar. He gets just to the 42-yard line. Berwick needed more than that with just 24 seconds to go in the half, and they'll use their second timeout. 14-6 Bulldogs, 24 seconds remaining in the second. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about real estate. It's about community, trust, and finding the right fit for your future. And nobody knows Berwick like Mark Nespoli with eXp Realty. Mark's your neighbor, rooted right in Berwick, with a passion for helping people find their perfect home, which is why he's also a top producing agent nationwide. So when it's time for your next move, choose the agent who knows the Berwick market and the community inside and out. Mark Nespoli, eXp Realty. Visit the570realtor.com or visit @Mark Nespoli on Facebook. Mark Nespoli, Berwick's hometown realtor.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Just 24 seconds remaining in the opening half. Berwick leads Lackawanna Trail 14-6. Bulldogs with one timeout remaining. Following this timeout, they have the ball at the 42-yard line of the Lions, facing a 3rd down and 4.
You always think touchdown, Jim, but get 25 yards downfield, and Caleb Yost may attempt the field goal.
Wilkerson is one of 3 receivers to the right. Cleaver has the snap and he rolls to his right. Steps up into it. Nothing there. Going to keep the football. Heading toward the sideline. Gets the first down and gets out of bounds with 17 seconds remaining in the half.
Heads up play. Defensive end pent him in when he wanted to roll out to the right. He stepped up inside of that. May have had time to look downfield a little longer, but his scan of the field saw that the receivers were covered. He saw he can get to the sidelines and get out of bounds.
But they're not giving him the first down. They're marking it at the 39-yard line. So it is 4th and 1 for Berwick. 17 seconds remaining.
Could sweep this, tell your running back get out of bounds once you get the couple of yards.
So Cleaver out of the gun. 4th down call. Galusha gets it. Has the first down as he gets to the 35-yard line.
Berwick will take its timeout now, Jim, as they have to stop that clock as Galusha's inbounds. They're hurrying. They're spiking it.
And now 9 seconds remaining.
I guess they didn't take that timeout. I had marked it.
Well, if you're thinking in terms of a possible field goal, Andy, you have to keep that timeout in your back pocket.
Well, I certainly agree.
But let's check this flag.
Where was it? Oh, thrown by the linesman. It looks like they're facing to mark it against Berwick. Let's see if they do.
Really
1,
slow.
2. 3, 4 and a half, 5.
Back to the 40.
Did they reset the clock?
Just 9 seconds remaining in this half. So Berwick needs a completion and then a quick timeout. Cleaver back to throw, looking, fires long downfield, incomplete with 3 seconds to go in the half. Pass it behind the intended receiver. So maybe a Hail Mary, the only thing here with 3 seconds remaining.
Or something like a screen or a pitch pass. Let them get downfield. Let the quarterback scramble.
And Berwick will use that final timeout. We'll keep it here. And a reminder at halftime, Chris Algard will bring us high school football scoreboard as we kick off weekend number 3 of the 2025 season. I'll have the scoring for you, and Andy will have all the stats from that opening half. So the ball at the Lions' 35-yard line. Berwick with 3 seconds to go. Actually, they marked it incorrectly. Now they're marking it to the 40 where it should be. And Brady Cleaver, we've seen, has an arm strong enough to get to the end zone.
He does, but he also can throw it short of the end zone and hope to run with it from there. Or you hope that somewhere along the play there's a face mask or a pass interference and you get one additional play downfield.
So here we go. 3 seconds remaining. Opening half. Berwick, 3 receivers to the left. Estrella to the right. Cleaver has the snap. Back to throw. Steps up into it. Looking long for Estrella. Incomplete. Estrella actually was behind the secondary at the 5-yard line.
The corner kind of gave up on the play. That's Hayden Reed. And I don't know if at the last minute he stuck his hand out and got a minor deflection on that line drive, but boy, for a moment, it looked like Berwick was going to have a touchdown.
So the first half has come to an end with the score. Berwick 14, Lackawanna Trail 6. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
Did you inherit an estate, or did you recently buy real estate that needs to be cleaned out? J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick is the easiest and the fastest when it comes to big clean-outs. They'll also clean out your attic, basement, or garage. Wherever you've got junk, call J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling today at 844-GET-JDOG and get your job done the military way with respect, integrity, and trust. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is proudly veteran-owned and operated.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick. The roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding. Specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas. Now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
Planning for the future doesn't have to be complicated. Attorney Nick Lutz of Cardinal Estate Planning in Berwick will guide you every step of the way. Whether it's protecting your assets, setting up a trust, or ensuring your family is cared for, Cardinal Estate Planning provides personalized solutions for you and your family's needs. Call or sign up on their website to attend a free educational workshop that will give you an understanding of the process and peace of mind knowing your legacy is in good hands. Visit them online at cardinalastate.planning.com. Let them help you plan for tomorrow today.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 35 years experience. And new Bulldog wear for every age, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, polos, hats, and more. They even make online fundraising easy for you. Stop in today to discuss your next fundraising opportunity. You can also shop at masonsmonogramming.com for their new inventory and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogramming for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram Service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
What's worse than being broken down on the side of the road, and who's going to fix it without disrupting your life and cash flow? Since 2023, Wolfie's Automotive, 435 Washington Street, Berwick, has been keeping drivers on the road with the best prices and the shortest lead times. From large and extensive repairs to routine oil changes and even auto detail, they are honest, dependable, and will have you back in business in no time. Wolfie's Automotive in Berwick, the local, trustworthy mechanic. Just see it for yourself.
It's time for the Berwick Bulldogs halftime show on Pop Radio.
Halftime from Crispin Field. Berwick leading Lackawanna Trail in a matchup of two teams off to 2-0 starts in the season. Bulldogs 14 and the Lions 6. Berwick took the opening kickoff, put together a 9-play, 67-yard scoring drive. Gambled Orley, 4th and 2 at their own 41-yard line. They went to Ty Wilkerson. He got 12 yards in the first down, kept the drive alive. And then when they reached the 32-yard line of the Lions, Brady Cleaver back to pass, hit Alex Estrella. 32-yard touchdown pass. First touchdown reception of Alex Estrella's career. First in the career of freshman quarterback Brady Cleaver. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick led 7-0. Lackawanna Trail came right back on their first possession. Isaac Ryan, their all-state running back, burst free down the far sideline, 67 yards for the touchdown. 5 plays, 80 yards altogether. The kick for the extra point, though, was blocked by Caleb May. With 3:38 to go in the first, Berwick continued to lead 7-6. In the second quarter, Berwick got an excellent punt return from Brady Cleaver of 22 yards. They put together a short scoring drive. Ty Wilkerson goes in from the 2-yard line for his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick led 14-6. Bulldogs had one more opportunity late in that first half as they had the ball at the Lackawanna Trail 40-yard line with just 3 seconds to go, and somehow Alex Estrella appeared to have a step on the secondary ball just beyond his reach. Berwick almost went into halftime with a bigger lead and tons of momentum. As it is, it's Berwick 14, Lackawanna Trail 6. Andy Lickney with the stats, Chris Algar with the scores, all upcoming. You're listening to Bulldogs Football and Pop Radio.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
Looking for convenient and reliable waste disposal? If you need residential, curbside pickup, or dumpster rentals, EcoFirst Logistics full-service trash service has you covered from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. They're designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly, ensuring what can be saved is sorted out. EcoFirst Logistics also offers roll-off dumpsters for all your construction, demolition, and junk hauling needs. Visit them online or call EcoFirst Logistics, a proud supporter of the Berwick Bulldogs. Buying or selling a home isn't just about real estate. It's about community, trust, and finding the right fit for your future. And nobody knows Berwick like Mark Nespoli with eXp Realty. Mark's your neighbor, rooted right in Berwick, with a passion for helping people find their perfect home, which is why he's also a top producing agent nationwide. So when it's time for your next move, choose the agent who knows the Berwick market and the community inside and out. Mark Nespoli, eXp Realty. Visit the570realtor.com or visit @Mark Nespoli on Facebook. Mark Nespoli, Berwick's hometown realtor.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
Ready to tackle your financial goals? First Keystone Community Bank invites you to play smart with your savings. Lock in a 182-day CD at 4.50% APY annual percentage yield to enjoy the winning combination of security, high interest, and short-term convenience. Go for the goal with the First Keystone Community Bank CD. For more information, visit fkc.bank. Minimum balance to earn APY is $5,000. Terms apply. Member FDIC. Do you suffer from tired, achy, heavy legs? Are you looking to elevate your performance and style? Discover the perfect fusion of fashion and function at the Compression Shop of Berwick. If you're looking for medical or athletic compression wear, if you're looking to power through your workday, or you're looking to recover post-workout, the Compression Shop has personalized consultations and most of the products are try before you buy. All military get 10% off every day. The Compression Shop Berwick, West Front Street. Check out their Facebook page.
W234BH West Hazleton at 94.7, WVWX W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, and W288CF Danville at 105.5. Your home for Berwick Bulldogs football is Pop Radio, a Seven Mountains media station. WHLM Bloomsburg.
Halftime from Crespin Field in Berwick. Battle of two teams off to 2-0 starts in this 2025 season. And Berwick leading at the break, 14-6. Andy, close game on the scoreboard. How about the stats?
About where you'd expect, Jim. They kind of has the edge with 163 yards in total offense. Lackawanna Trail has 95. The game's gone pretty much as we've expected. Limited passing and strong by the strong running back from each team, Isaac Ryan and Ty Wilkerson. Let's start with Lackawanna Trail. Passing, very limited, just one pass. Caught a little flare pass. Caleb May stopped him well short of the chain. Going to the runners, Isaac Ryan is a stud. We mentioned his numbers coming in, all-state returner. He had 130 yards against Berwick last year. He's had one big run in this one, but in all, 78 yards despite a touchdown that was almost that long to go with. 6 carries in all for 78 yards for the setback Isaac Ryan from Lackawanna Trail. The wingback, Sean Dwyer, he's carried 4 times, but has been pretty much stopped each time. No yards net. Carter Edwards, the fullback, surprised on a quick hitter, went 15 yards on that play. And then the quarterback, Tyler Jervis, the coach's son, just forced into one run, lost 2 yards on that. So a net of 91 yards on 12 carries for the Lackawanna Trail Lions on the ground. Add in the 4 yards on the one completion, a net of 95 total yards here at halftime. Looking at Berwick again, the passing somewhat limited. Brady Cleaver forced to throw a little bit as the clock was winding down at the end, but not really good opportunities. He's 2 for 6, no interceptions, and 40 yards to his credit. Shiloh Escobar caught an 8-yard pass. Alex Estrella caught the 32-yard touchdown pass. Beautiful air under it by Brady Cleaver. Escobar put a quick move on the corner. Really had about 4 or 5 steps on him. Let the ball come down to him in the end zone. Real nice pass and catch play by Escobar and Estrella and Cleaver. In the running game, we mentioned Tymir Wilkerson. He is the stud. 17 carries, 90 yards here at halftime. He's looked strong, hasn't broken any really long ones, but there have been bursts where he gets hit at 5 or 6 and stretches it to 10 or 12. Running with power, running a lot inside the tackles, and he's looked very impressive. So here at halftime for Tymir Wilkerson, who had 1 carry last year against the Lions for just 3 yards, he has 17 carries at halftime for 90 yards in this game. Gavin Galusha, 3 carries, 8 yards. Everett Snyder took a quick hitter from fullback up the middle, 4 yards for him. And then Brady Cleaver with some runs, 4 for 21. For Berwick, rushes 25 total for 123 yards, 2 of 6 passing for 40 in the air, a total of 163, Jim.
So, pretty well played first half of play and pretty even on the scoreboard. The Berwick with a 1-possession lead, 14-6 is the Bulldog advantage here. Busy night of high school football as we kick off weekend number 3 of this 2025 season. For an update on other scores, let's go to Chris Algard.
Thanks, Jim. Taking a look at the out-of-town scoreboard for this evening. Hazleton area over West Scranton, 19-0 that game in the second. Crestwood leading Tunkhannock 6-0. That game still in the first quarter. 14-0 lead for Mid-Valley over Old Forge. That game in the first. Wyoming Valley is trailing North Pocono 35-0. That game just getting to the half. 14-13 lead for Valley View over Wilkes-Barre. That game in the second. Wyoming area a 28-0 lead over Western Wayne. That game at the half. A 14-12 lead for Bloomsburg as they're chasing a 3-0 start. That game in the second. Danville leads Montoursville 7-3. Jersey Shore over Selinsgrove 35-6. That game in the second. A 21-0 lead for Loyal Sock. Warrior Run over Midwest currently 33-0. That game approaching the half. Mifflinburg over Mount Carmel 26-14. That game in the second. Shamokin with a big lead 27-7 over Shikellamy. Southern Columbia ahead 21-0 over Milton. That game at the half. And Williamsport 35-0 lead over Central Mountain. That game also at the half.
Thank you, Chris. That Hazleton score, if that holds up, Berwick will be at Hazleton next week. They have a brand new head coach in Scott Sacco, and he'll be looking for his first win, and appears to be on his way tonight as they have that lead over West Scranton. Here it is, 14-6, Berwick leading Lackawanna Trail. We'll be back with the second half kickoff. You're listening to Bulldogs Football Pop Radio.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?
Huh? I'm so over this."
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
What's worse than being broken down on the side of the road, and who's going to fix it without disrupting your life and cash flow? Since 2023, Wolfie's Automotive, 435 Washington Street, Berwick, has been keeping drivers on the road with the best prices and the shortest lead times. From large and extensive repairs to routine oil changes and even auto detail, they are honest, dependable, and will have you back in business in no time. Wolfie's Automotive in Berwick, the local, trustworthy mechanic. Just see it for yourself.
Ready to tackle your financial goals? First Keystone Community Bank invites you to play smart with your savings. Lock in a 182-day CD at 4.50% APY annual percentage yield to enjoy the winning combination of security, high interest, and short-term convenience. Go for the goal with a First Keystone Community Bank CD. For more information, visit fkc.bank. Minimum balance to earn APY is $5,000. Terms apply. Member FDIC.
Chapin Oil in Escapec has been keeping your families warm and comfortable for generations. But Chapin Oil is much more than just heating oil. You'll also find a full-service gas station with ethanol-free fuel, plus a cozy coffee shop serving up the best lattes and espresso, and fresh-baked treats and donuts every day. Stop by, grab a treat, and say hello to your friends at Chapin Oil in Escapec, proud supporters of the Berwick Bulldogs.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Jim Newell, Andy Lickney, Chris Algard from Crispin Field in Berwick. We're getting set for the start of the second half. Both teams going through their warm-ups. Berwick leading Lackawanna Trail by a score of 14-6. And Andy, it's one of those half times where I think both coaches could speak optimistically to their teams about their possibilities in the second half.
Oh, I'll agree, Jim. You know, Lackawanna Trail is one quick hitter away from their, star Isaac Ryan. We showed what he can do on the one play that he did hit big. And, all of a sudden you flip that scoreboard when you make things happen. They're hurt a little bit by the missed PAT, though, Jim. And Caleb Yost for Berwick doesn't miss his PATs. Talking to him before the game, I was a little surprised to see he was walking into the half house with his shirt off, and quite a strapping young man. I said, you play any other positions? He goes, not this year, maybe next year. He goes, I like lifting weights, though. But he's put together well, and he has that strong kicking leg, and Berwick certainly can rely on him, and those extra points are critical in a game like this one where, right now it's kind of a one-touchdown separation, and, both teams have big hitters that can make that big play at any time.
And I think field position favored Berwick a great deal in that first half. They were in good position every time they got the football, whereas Lackawanna Trail ended up deep in their own territory in several times.
Right, almost suffered a safety when Ty Wilkerson had one of the running backs in the end zone, and he snuck back out to the one, and there was a 5-yard face mask attached to that. But then even when they flipped sides of the field from the quarter, it's tough. Your playbook is very limited. You don't want anything where your backs are getting deep and people sifting through can make a tackle for the safety. So you're going with more straight ahead stuff, and that limits what you can do, and the defense knows that. So yeah, Berwick's done a good job with field position in this game. And again, give Caleb Yost some credit for that with his kicking.
Clean first half. Very few penalties, no turnovers. As we start the second half, Lackawanna Trail trailing by one possession. Berwick leads at 14-6, and Trail will get the football to start the second half. The Lions will be moving from our right to our left.
Looking to see where Caleb Yost is going to kick off. He usually kicks from the right hash, but last time he took it from the center of the field, and that's where he's going to tee it up again. When he teed it up there, he has a natural hook that'll put it toward that far sideline. And they'd either like to get them where they have to field it there and 10 people are converging in that area, not giving them the whole field for the return. Or if it goes out of bounds, no big deal. the big-time return people can't run it for a touchdown, and that's always a threat, especially at the high school level.
And one of those big-time return people is Isaac Ryan. Sean Dwyer joins him deep for the Lions. Berwick 14, Lackawanna trails 6. Second half about to begin. Yost, the sophomore, has the signal from the officiating crew. The second half is underway. His kick is very, very high but short. Dwyer, the 12-yard line, the return, and what a nice tackle in the open field at the 23-yard line.
Sam Strish, Jim, coming on down, number 11. Getting on down there and able to make that hit. Big hit.
Is Dwyer a good running back in the open field? Strish makes the play. So the Lions take over at the 25-yard line. Overall, Berwick did pretty well against that wing team, except for that one huge play by Isaac Ryan, but he is certainly capable on any play of getting one of those.
Wing T they use tends to employ a lot of blockers at the point of attack rather than a lot of misdirection.
Backs in an open set. Dwyer, the wing to the left. Ryan gets the call, and he's wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. He'll battle for maybe a yard on the play. Penetration is so important against the swing team. Matt Gordner crossed her in a hurry.
Yes, he did. Playing it right, defensive tackle, got to step through, let the fullback go by him, and wrapped up that tailback.
Ball at the 25-yard line. No gain for Isaac Ryan. Second down and 10. Lions at their 25s. They move from our right to our left here in the third quarter. Tyler Jervis, veteran quarterback, under center. Backs in an open set. Dyer comes in motion. The call goes to Edwards, and he is wrapped up again right about the line of scrimmage.
J.J. Leonard put him opposite of Gordner on the left defensive tackle side. He got the penetration, and he gets in there, catches Jervis by the waist, and spins him down. No gain.
So back-to-back carries to start this second half results in no yards for Lackawanna Trail. And a team that is reluctant to pass faces a 3rd and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
1-for-1 passing for 4 yards on a flare pass where Caleb may let him catch them for short yardage.
Jervis under center, backs in an open set. Man in motion, and Tyler Jervis never gets a chance to hand off. He is knocked down Everett Snyder with great penetration. As whatever that play was going to be, we'll never know because Tyler Jervis never had a chance. A loss back to the 21. Everett Snyder, a huge play.
Each interior lineman being featured in this series, Jim. First it was Gordner, then J.J. Leonard, and then the nose tackle in Everett Snyder, shooting the A-gap, getting to the quarterback, and dropping him for 5.
Calix Douglas will punt it away for Lackawanna Trail. He's back at his 6-yard line. J.J. Cleaver and Gavin Galusha deep for the Bulldogs. The snap by Danny Jones is a good one. The kick is away. Nice punt. Galusha at the Berwick 46 over midfield to the 45 and to the 44-yard line. Sean Dwyer makes the stop. 35 yards of the punt, 7-yard return. Berwick with great field position on their first possession of this third quarter. 9:44 to go. They lead 14-6. They have it at the Lions' 44-yard line.
Great field position. Interesting for those not at the game. I'm watching Calix Douglas punt, and he takes off his receiver gloves from when he plays tight end, and he throws them aside of him. Catches the ball barehanded so he can take that punt lateral and kick it, then plays a safety, and then has to go back and retrieve his gloves.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. And they will start with J.J. Cleaver under center. Ty Wilkerson, the lone running back behind him. Everett Snyder comes in motion to lead the blocking for Ty. He's hit behind the line. He breaks free. He's over the 40 to the 38-yard line. Terrific effort once again. That time the Lions played it very well. Good penetration. They could not bring down Ty Wilkerson.
Hayden Reed was blitzing from linebacker and penetrated into the backfield. So before Ty Wilkerson could get going, he had to sidestep that man. But then a seam opened up, and he got a nice 6-yard burst.
2nd and 4. Bulldogs at the Lions' 38. I formation. Everett Snyder, the fullback, ahead of Wilkerson. Brady Cleaver under center, gives to Wilkerson, tries the left side, bursts free to the 30. Great cut to the 20, 15, 10, 5. He's in for a Berwick touchdown. Ty Wilkerson in from 38 yards out.
96 plus to 38, give him under 34 on the game. Everett Snyder, the fullback, led the play. We know he's been coming in motion, stopping at the point of attack, and then churning up the block. He caught his man and pancaked him right at the point of attack. Wilkerson just flew through there, and then, as you mentioned, a wonderful cutback as he got further downfield to elude the safety.
7 touchdowns on the season for Ty Wilkerson. Here's Caleb Yost. High snap. And Ashton Smith will carry it, and he's being wrapped up as he tries to get the pass away. It goes incomplete. So the extra point attempt fails. There's time out of the field with the score. Berwick 20, Lackawanna Trail 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Ty Wilkerson, an electrifying 38-yard touchdown run, his 7th touchdown of this young season. And Berwick scoring on their first possession of the second half, extending their lead to 20-6 over Lackawanna Trail. 8:59 to go in the third.
The one flaw, though, was on the PA team, Miss Jim. It's about the third time they've had trouble with snap and hold. Have a kicker as strong as Caleb Yost, you'd like to see those automatic. So you got to get the operation straightened out between snapper, holder, and kicker.
As Isaac Ryan and Sean Dwyer await the kick, they're lined up with Dwyer directly behind Isaac. Then they break free. So they are the people deep as the kick is a pooch kick up short, taken by one of the up at the 30 and gets to about the 37-yard line. That's where the Lions will put it in play.
Yeah, their quarterback decided to be on the return team there. Tyler Jervis, the coach's son, caught the short punt.
Brett Eisenhower makes the stop for Berwick on special teams. So Lackawanna Trail now needs to get something going. Decent field position at their own 38-yard line with 8:56 to go in the third, but the lead now is 20-6 for Berwick.
Well, in the last set of downs, Jim, the 3 interior linemen for Berwick, J.J. Leonard, Everett Snyder, and Gordner, all getting in there and making big plays to stop them and force 3 downs and out.
1st and 10. Jervis out of the gun. Has the snap. Going to keep the football and not getting to the line of scrimmage. What Berwick dominant here early in the third quarter. Making the stop is Gavin Galusha for the Bulldogs.
Yep, little fake pitch and then the quarterback running. We're told he's a very good runner, and with all the play action involved in the wing T, you would think the deception would open him up, and Berwick's just filling all the gaps, getting penetration and smothering any play.
2nd down and 11. Lions at their own 38-yard line. Tyler Jervis trotted to the sideline to talk to his dad and head coach Steve Jervis. And now ready for the 2nd and 11 play as he operates again out of the gun. As the snap gives the ball off to Ryan, breaks free over midfield down the far sideline. And Alex Estrella first forces him down the 35-yard line. Well, that shows what he can do. Berwick again, great penetration. Again, looked like it was going to be a loss. But Isaac Ryan is a special running back.
Yes, he is. Tyler Jervis gave him the ball and then gave him a push like, go ahead, big guy. But Berwick had 2, if not 3 players on top of him, and it seemed like a sure loss. He just shrugged them off, kept his legs going, and before you know it, he's breaking out of the pile and racing down that sideline.
29 yards and the carry by Isaac Ryan. 1st and 10. Lackawanna trailed to Berwick 34. Trailing by 14, they try to get back in it on this possession. As Jervis will keep it himself off the left side. And Tyler Jervis, good second effort, will pick up 4 to the 30-yard line.
Quarterback likes to run. I think part of the halftime talk involved, coach, dad, I think I can make some things happen with my feet. Call my number a little bit more.
Gavin Galusha on that last stop from his linebacker position. 2nd down and 6. Lackawanna trail at the Berwick 30-yard line. Lions move from our right to our left here in the third quarter. Clock running, 7:15 remaining. Carter Edwards is the lone running back. Now back to the conventional wing tee with a wing to either side. Ryan comes in motion. Jervis has got to keep it himself and get nowhere.
Now they'll push him back. They're coming in a half-moon motion with Isaac Ryan from left to behind the quarterback, and then they're keeping it going almost like option to the right. So you have a great distraction, and Isaac Ryan is what would be a pitch man, and the quarterback then keeps it and tries to turn it upfield, but Berwick just nothing to play out.
J.J. Leonard in on that last stop for the Bulldogs. Here's a 3rd down and 8. I'm sure the Lions in 4-down territory here. The ball at the Berwick 32-yard line. Sean Dwyer will be in a slot to the left side. And Ryan is the running back to the left of Jervis, who awaits the shotgun snap, and he has it. He's back to throw, and he fires too low for the intended receiver at the 29-yard line. That's Sean Dwyer.
Yeah, and it's a pass that was just about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage and barely over the left tackle position. It wasn't really being covered because there's no one that would normally be in that area with the pass rush. But he hustled the play and ended up snapping it down into the ground.
4th and 8 for the Lions at the Berwick 32-yard line. Jervis under center. Ryan's on a wing to the left. He comes in motion. The hand straight away to the fullback. Has some yardage, but not enough for a 1st down as he stops short the 26-yard line.
Brock Sims building in from linebacker, able to make the saving tackle before that big fullback Carter Edwards could ramble on through and get to the chains. Cuts them down 2 or 3 yards short.
Ball at the 28-yard line. That's where Berwick will put it in play with 6:05 to go in the third. Bulldogs try to put this one away. We'll just about do that with a score here.
Yes, they would. Have to go pretty much the length of the field, but they have the tools to do it.
1st and 10, Berwick, as they move from our left to our right. They have it at their own 28-yard line. I formation. Snyder is the fullback ahead of Wilkerson in the I. Cleaver under center. 1st down call. Wilkerson gets it. Up the middle, extends that body out near the 34-yard line. He gets the most out of every carry.
Most certainly does. Looked like he was going to be tackled for a 2 or 3 yard gain. Instead, he's pushing it toward 5.
Braden Martinez made that last stop for the Lions. 5 yards, though, for Ty Wilkerson. 2nd and 5, Bulldogs at their 33.
Berwick comes out and does a lot of shifting. And you notice with the shifting and movement, Jim, that the Lions have to move their people as well, trying to play a defensive end strong side.
Cleaver has a problem with the exchange, then gives it off to Wilkerson, who tries the left side, doesn't get much. As the problem with the exchange from center to Cleaver caused that play to gain only 2 to the 35-yard line. So it's got to be 3rd down and 3 for Berwick.
I didn't think they were going to gain anything, Jim, when you dropped the snap. It was a bit of a quicker snap. I was still talking from the last play. Surprised me. Must have surprised the quarterback who had to drop to the ground, but still made the handoff.
Under 5 minutes to go in the third. Berwick at their 35, facing 3rd down and 3. A lot of shifting. Wilkerson ends up as the tailback in the I. He gets the call, hit behind the line. Hit once, twice, and will get just back to the line of scrimmage. Terrific defensive work by the Lions on that third down play. Coming strong was Hayden Reed with help.
Yeah, despite all the movement that they're doing in reacting to the shifts and moving defensive ends and strong safety, strong side, and weak side, they still managed to get in position to make the stop on a critical third down play.
4th and 3. Bulldogs at their 35. Punt team on. Caleb Yost to do the honors. Long snap by Gabe Decker. Sean Dwyer back in single safety for Lackawanna Trail. Low snap, but Yost gets it away and booms one over the head of Dwyer inside the 20, rolling dead at the 15-yard line. What a terrific punt by Caleb Yost.
I think the fans appreciate it, Jim. You don't normally hear the punter getting the applause from the people in the stands.
When the punt is 58 yards, he deserves it.
He certainly deserved that.
3:53 to go in the third, and that really flips the field. Lackawanna Trail will put the ball in play at their own 15-yard line. Boy, if you can win the kicking game, and it appears that Berwick's going to win that more often than not this season. Big advantage. 1st and 10. Lions at their 15-yard line. Tyler Jervis, senior quarterback, under center. Gives on an inside handoff. Berwick's all over it. There'll be a loss back to the 11-yard line.
Skylar Neville from defensive end would not give ground, would not allow the C-gap. So even though they're kind of trapping and kicking him out on his right defensive end position, he takes on that block, keeps things tight in the C-gap, and then the rest of his teammates collapse and drop that runner for a 2-yard loss.
Andy, the line of scrimmage is day and night from the first half. Berwick just completely dominating.
They really are. They're playing inspired football, and they might be wearing the Lions out. Remember how many two-way players there are.
Sean Dwyer coming in sweeping motion, but they carry straight ahead, and again, nothing doing. Right at the line of scrimmage, they stuff it. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 12.
Gavin Galusha on a little bit of a stunt got the penetration that time, Jim, and he meets it in the backfield. And boy, they just can't get that running game going as Berwick is filling every gap, chasing things down from the backside, and very stout at the point of attack.
3rd down and 13. Boy, for a team that does not like to throw the football back deep in their own territory, this is difficult. Jervis out of the gun. Has the snap, was a high snap. He got the handoff off, and the carry by Ryan will gain just a couple out to the 17-yard line. Berwick gang tackling, leading the way is Brady Cleaver from his corner position.
He had to fill the C-gap, Jim. They were able to open at that time because I think Berwick was anticipating pass because of down and distance. So they ran an extra man through the block, kicked the C-gap open, and Cleaver has to come up from corner to fill it. And to hold that to just a 2 or 3 yard gain, an amazing play by Brady Cleaver.
Under 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Calix Douglas back to punt for the Lions. Galusha and Cleaver back deep for Berwick. Good snap. Douglas's kick is away. End over end. Galusha fields it at the Lions 45. Up the middle to the 40. Gavin Galusha will get to about the 37-yard line before he's knocked back. 27 yards on the punt, 6 yards on the return. Berwick in business, a chance to add to a 20-6 lead with 1:32 to go in the third.
Takes nerves of steel to catch punts, Jim. People are down, standing next to him, and yet he catches it, makes a little sidestep move, and gains 6 yards on the return.
1st and 10 for Berwick at the Lackawanna Trail, 38-yard line. Bulldogs trying to start the season 3-0. They have a lead of 20-6 here with 1:32 to go in the third.
Time to think of what play they want to start this drive with, Jim. Maybe something a little different.
Galusha is the tailback in the eye. Everett Snyder, the fullback ahead of him. Gavin Galusha gets the call, sidesteps one tackler, and then is buried after a short gain on the play. So Galusha the call, and Lucas Evans, that terrific all-state tackle, makes the play. They're marking it at the 36, so give Gavin Galusha 2 2nd and 8 Bulldogs.
Yeah, Evans plays big on the inside, Jim, and that time there was no moving him, nowhere for Galusha to run.
Berwick at the Lackawanna Trail 36-yard line. Center Nico Lonsinski over the ball there. Brady Cleaver, after some shifting, ends up in the gun with Everett Snyder to his left. Now Everett Snyder switches to a wing position on the left. And a toss sweep to Galusha, looks for some blocking, gets it, gets close to the first down inside the 30-yard line.
Real nice run and a nice design to the play. When they finished all the shifting, Ashton Smith is as a tight end. But you count, there's 2 tackles, a guard, and the center. The unbalanced that they scored the touchdown with, they come with. Pitch it that direction, let Galusha find where the natural hold is going to be. In his pre-snap read, he can see how Lackawanna Trail adjusts to that unbalance. They didn't adjust effectively.
Third quarter has come to an end here at Crispin Field with the score. Berwick 20, Lackawanna Trail 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?
Huh? I'm so over this."
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Jim Doyle, Andy Olikte, and Chris Algard from Crispin Field in Berwick. Bulldogs trying to go to 3-0 to start this season and leading Lackawanna Trail 20-6 as we start the 4th. And Berwick with a chance for more. As they move from our right to our left, they have it at the Lions' 30-yard line, facing a 3rd down and 2.
Gavin Galusha had been spelling Tymir Wilkerson. Wilkerson's back in as the Singleton back now.
Under center, Brady Cleaver. He gives the ball to Ty Wilkerson, looking for the first down yardage, and appears to have it. And again, defense pretty well by the Lions. Didn't look like a lot of room, but Ty Wilkerson always gets something.
Yeah, I have him with 146 yards on the game, Jim. He ran, paused a little bit, let the linemen do their job, and then pushed his nose on through to be able to get the chains.
They needed 2. Wilkerson got 3. Berwick, 1st and 10 at the Lackawanna Trail 27-yard line. Bulldogs move from our right to our left in this final period. Wide receiver to either side. To the left, Alex Estrella, who caught the touchdown pass to get things started for Berwick. Cleaver fakes a sweep, tries to get outside right. There's nothing there, so he cuts it inside the 10, the 5, and in for a touchdown. That play designed to go outside. Cleaver saw it wasn't there, came inside, and goes 27 yards for the score.
Give him 48 on the game. Gabe Decker was the tight end on the right, and he fronted his man, and while he would have liked to have turned him inside, the man came across. So instead he had to kick him out. So while the design of the play is going to be to go as a sweep, the quarterback's going to cut it up in the C-gap and then cut it across the grain. And with his speed and with his toughness to break some chance arm tackles, he makes it happen for the touchdown.
Berwick with an early score here in the 4th. Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point. Gabe Decker snap a little bit low. The placement is there. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. And again, a problem with the snap that time. Timeout on the field, 11:20 remaining in the game. Berwick 26, Lackawanna Trail 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickshinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
26-6 is the Berwick lead early in the fourth. Freshman quarterback Brady Cleaver started the scoring for the Bulldogs with a 32-yard touchdown pass to Alex Estrella on Berwick's first possession. And he has gotten the last score for the Bulldogs, a terrific effort, a 27-yard run by him, extending the Berwick lead early here in the fourth quarter. He just showed that speed and showed good decision-making, as that play looked like it was designed to go outside right. He saw it wasn't there and got it right up the middle into the end zone for the score.
He saw the defensive end was going to step upfield to play contain. He read Gabe Decker's block, and he cut right off it perfectly.
Caleb Yost will kick it off following his first missed extra point of the season, and the officials blow it dead.
One of the Berwick players beat the football to the line. They'll move Berwick back 5 yards.
Bulldogs' defensive front has dominated this second half.
Stunningly impressive, Jim. We saw in the opening 3 plays, it was a question of who wants to star the most. Would it be Matt Gordner, who made the first tackle on first down? Would it be J.J. Leonard, who made a violent tackle on second down? And then Everett Snyder finishing off with the quarterback on third down. Really sort of displayed what this defensive front can do.
So Caleb Yost will put the ball down at the Berwick 35-yard line following the penalty against the Bulldogs. Not a minimal amount of penalties in this game, both ways.
Very few flags, you're right.
2 well-coached teams, 2 teams coming in with 2-0 records. Yost's kick is a low line drive, headed out of bounds, and it goes out of bounds. Second time in the game that has happened to the sophomore kickoff man for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, but I think by design, Jim, we've discussed it. You have this comfortable lead of 26-6. You don't want to let lightning strike with a return. So they put him in the middle of the field rather than on the hash. They know he's going to hook it to the left, kick the line drive that no one was going to touch. And it went all the way down to about the 15 despite the 5-yard penalty. Are we kicking off again?
Yes. If I'm Lackawanna Trail, I want to do this.
Yeah.
First of all, the kick's not going to go very far as Berwick backed up to their own 30-yard line. And you've got 2 fine return men deep. You're hoping to get an opportunity.
Yeah, you're right. You know, it's almost automatic when there's a kick out of bounds. It's a severe penalty where they spot it for the offense. But after a 5-yard penalty and another out of bounds, can take it, your choice of which way you want to mark this, and you want to have the opportunity for the return. You might see the pooch here, Jim.
You see these 2 deep return men moving up, Dwyer and Ryan, to the 20-yard line. A little windy here right now as we look at the American flag to our far left. It blew that ball off the tee, so Yost will do it again. It's a long delayed kickoff here after Berwick's score to open this fourth quarter. Yost looking around, gets the signal from the officiating crew. His kick, a low line drive, fielded by one of the up men at the 42-yard line. The return out to midfield as the return was by the quarterback, Tyler Jervis.
Ball seems to find him, Jim. He scoops up nicely and brings it upfield for 10, 15 yards. Doesn't mind mixing it up. The veteran likes carrying the football from the quarterback position.
So great field position for the Lions to start this possession, but they have a lot of work to do, trailing 26-6. Still a lot of time left, 11-16.
And they're seeing an inspired Berwick defense, especially with those interior linemen, Jim. They're playing lights-out football right now since the second half started.
Tyler Jervis under center. Backs in an open set. Give on the plays to Edwards. He will get just a yard off that left side. J.J. Leonard among the people in on the play for the Bulldogs.
The line is just crashing at the snap. They're pushing the offensive line back or penetrating through the gaps they're assigned. That time, one of the linemen reached out and got a hold of Carter Edwards before he can gain much.
Second down and 9. Got a yard to the Berwick 48-yard line. Edwards, the lone running back, tossed sweep to Ryan, trying to get outside left, and he does so. Down the sideline, 40-35. Still on his feet at the 30, down to the 20-yard line. Terrific effort by one terrific running back, Isaac Ryan.
He read things. Berwick had breakdowns. Defensive end had trouble with the contain. But then the corner or the safety should have a further contain on the outside, and he lost contain as well. So Isaac Ryan made them pay, used his speed, broke it down that sideline, and fortunate for Berwick, they were able to push him out of bounds.
27 yards on the carry by Isaac Ryan. 1st and 10, Lackawanna Trail at the Berwick 41-yard line. Wing to either side. Ryan in motion again with a call straight ahead to Edwards, and he's able to battle for a couple down to about the 19-yard line.
Everett Snyder met him in the backfield, but there was a collision he was unable to wrap. Then it became the linebackers who had to finish. So only about a 2-yard gain for Carter Edwards, but he could have been stopped even deeper if Everett Snyder had his way.
Gabe Decker on the stop for the Bulldogs. 2nd and 8. Lackawanna Trail moving from our left to our right this final period. They have the ball at the Berwick 19-yard line. Ryan and Edwards are backs in an open set. Dwyer, the wing to the left. Jervis gives the ball to Isaac Ryan. Isaac Ryan is pushed back at about the 17-yard line. Did he lose the football?
Yes, he did. The linesman is signaling Berwick ball. It was on the far side, Jim, and as he's fighting for extra yards on the sideline, the ball stripped away. And before it can bounce out of bounds or before he's able to recover it himself, Berwick does fall on him.
And we believe Alex Estrella is the person who came up with the football.
Sometimes fatigue.
A running back makes a 2nd and 3rd effort.
Yep.
You want to see that effort, but sometimes a turnover results. Ty Wilkerson gets the call off the right side, picks up 4, maybe 5 on the play.
Coming off the right side nice and hard, Jim, and I think it was Lucas Filippic, the freshman, who's 6'4", came up from the secondary. I have Wilkerson with 150 yards. I haven't counted the carries in a while, but he's having a strong game. And again, as they wear down this defense, he might break something long.
From the 19-yard line, 2nd and 6. And get it for the touchdown.
Defense is fatiguing and wearing down. It's not going to take that long until they are able to get the block, spring him through, and then he's going to split the safety in the corner and beat them in the race to the end zone.
Longest run of the season for Ty Wilkerson, who comes off and immediately goes to the deck. Might be a cramping situation as his assistant coach, Colton Sidler, tries to do the honors.
Got to make these PATs, Jim.
Yost's kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout in the field. 8:44 to go in this one. Berwick 33, Lackawanna Trail 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
81 yards on the touchdown run by Ty Wilkerson of the Bulldogs. And to give a lot of credit to Isaac Ryan, because he actually caught up with Wilkerson, and Ty had to dive for the pylon to get that touchdown. Normally when he has that 20-yard advantage like he did, no one comes close.
We did see him head to the sidelines and go down, Jim. Whether it was a cramp or whether winded, we don't know. But what an effort. 25 carries in the game, 231 yards for Tymere Wilkerson. Last year against Lackawanna Trail, 1 carry for 3 yards. This year, 25 carries, 231 yards.
So 234 yards last week, 231 tonight. I hope we never take these 200-yard games for granted, because they're special.
They're special.
Caleb Yost will kick it off. His kick high and deep, angling toward the sideline, and goes out of bounds for the third time in this game. So Lackawanna Trail will get the football. Berwick in control. If Ty Wilkerson's night is over, and we believe it might be, 231 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Impressive. And give Lackawanna Trail credit, Jim. We mentioned 9 two-way starters. Berwick's playing a very physical game themselves. We know Tymere runs physically, but the offensive line, which we were seeing their play defensively, has just been dominant. And, they're taking it too, and just how long can you hold up?
1st and 10 for the Lions at their 35-yard line, 8:44 to go in the game. Berwick with that big lead. Again, Berwick lost at Lackawanna Trail last year 35-0. They've almost completely turned that around with this 33-6 lead here in the 4th. Jervis fakes handoff, keeps the football, breaks free. Tyler Jervis with a good effort has the first down out to the 47-yard line. Nice effort by him. Gabe Decker finally made the stop for Berwick.
Chasing from the backside defensive end, through the linebacker area, through the safety area, so he's not quitting on the plays. Jervis looked like he was going to be stopped near the line of scrimmage. He ran into a pile, but managed to squirt on through and get that very nice gain there.
12 yards in the carry by Tyler Jervis. First down Lions at their own 47-yard line. Jervis will operate out of the gun. Fakes handoff, keeps the football again, bounces outside and will not get there. Great penetration by J.J. Leonard to start, slowed him up, and then Everett Snyder made the stop.
Yeah, good hustle by Everett Snyder. Slowed him up, and then the man decides, I'm going to take this wide. And the nose guard just flattens out down the line of scrimmage and holds it to no gain.
2nd down and 10. Lions at their 47-yard line. Bulldogs after 2 straight home games on the road next week to Harmon Guy Stadium in Hazleton. Last time we had a score for the Hazleton West Scranton game. The Hazleton leading 19-0. We'll have an update on that, all the scores with Chris Algard in our post-game show. 2nd and 10. Lions from the 47. The give on the play is to Isaac Ryan. He goes off the left side, picks up about 3 to midfield. Skylar Neville in on the stop for Berwick.
Yes, he is. Also, people coming up from the secondary was number 8, Shiloh Escobar, to help out.
3rd down and 7 from midfield for Lackawanna Trail.
3rd down and 7.
This team doesn't lose very often. They were 11-2 a year ago. Won the district, made it to the state playoffs, and then played one of the memorable games in state playoff history, losing to Muncie 47-46. 3rd down and 7. Lions from midfield. Jervis fakes handoff back to throw. He fires downfield, has a man wide open at the 35, down to the 30, still on his feet and out of bounds across the way. So the pass is complete to Isaac Ryan. He does it all for this team. And a nice throw by Tyler Jervis.
Really was. He had to avoid the big defensive tackle in there, Jim, Draven Geiger, who was coming in hard. He ducked under that, and then he got the pass off to the sideline. And, of course, not just a juggling type of catch, but also the nice run by Ryan after the catch.
29 yards on the reception. 1st down for the 21-yard line. It spins down to at the end, or if they rule him down.
Gabe Decker chasing the play from the far side defensive end. Eventually able to throw him down. Looks like they're going to give him 6.
2nd and 4 for the Lions on the march at the Berwick 15-yard line. They have not scored since their first possession of this game. That was a 67-yard run by Isaac Ryan in the first quarter. So from the Berwick 15-yard line, clock running, 5:49 to go in this one. As Jervis under center, backs in an open set. He gives straight ahead and nothing to it. Berwick defensively all over the play.
I just look at the scrum. There's about 4 or 5 white jerseys of the Lions trying to block, and 7 or 8 big blue jerseys of Berwick matching it and pushing that pile back.
They're marking at the 16, so a loss of a yard. 3rd down and 5 at the Berwick 16. Skylar Neville came up limping noticeably, so he'll go to the sideline for this 3rd down play.
Ashton Smith will replace him at the defensive end.
3rd and 6 as we go under 5 minutes to go in this one. Carter Edwards is the lone running back. There's a wing to either side. From the 16, Isaac Ryan comes in motion, takes the pitch, left side, looking for some running room. Great 2nd and 3rd efforts by him, has the 1st down. He is one terrific running back. He may be, and of course there's a lot of season to play, he may be the best running back that Berwick's going to face in the regular season.
That may be true. He's very, very impressive. Draven Geiger had penetration and just kind of reached at him. But the speed of Isaac Ryan was able to beat him to the corner. And then carrying potential tacklers in the last 5 yards of the run.
9 yards for Isaac Ryan to add to his impressive numbers. And it's 1st and goal for Lackawanna Trail at the Berwick 7-yard line.
I have him with 158 yards on the game.
Backs in an open set. Dwyer is on a wing to the left. Jervis under center. Gives the ball to Ryan. Tries the left side. Good effort by him. Gets inside the 5, down to about the 2. Boy, from our angle, looks like there's nothing there for Isaac Ryan, and he makes something.
There's very, very little seam that he just tries to squeeze through, gets through, and then fights and fights and fights before being pushed back at the last minute, where he would have had the touchdown.
Give him 5 yards on that carry. Down to the 2. So it is 2nd and goal. Jervis under center. Isaac Ryan comes in motion. Jervis is going to take it himself and gets in for the touchdown. Tyler Jervis in from the 2-yard line for the score. Nice looking drive by Lackawanna Trail.
Jervis has been getting tired from all the carries. He's on the wing to the left. They bring him in motion, the half moon motion they've been using the whole game. And they use him as somewhat of a decoy, like they're going to pitch it to him on a sweep. Jervis keeps it, runs inside in the C gap, and takes it in for the score.
Joey Thomas will attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick comes up short. Time on the field, 3:19 to go. Berwick 33, Lackawanna Trail 12. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
W234BH West Hazelton at 94.7, WVWX at W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, and W288CF Danville at 105.5. Your home for Berwick Bulldogs football is Pop Radio, a Seven Mountains media station. WHLM, Bloomsburg.
No quit this Lackawanna Trail team. They're trailing 33-6, but they just put together a 9-play, 65-yard scoring drive. 2-yard touchdown run by Tyler Jervis to cap it up. 12-yard run by Jervis to get things started, and then later a 29-yard run by Isaac Ryan.
You mentioned no quit, Jim, and it's very humid playing conditions out there. You can see the players have sweat through their jerseys. A lot of two-way players. We count 9 of them for Lackawanna Trail, and yet to put together the effort drive that they just had, very impressive.
Now Berwick anticipating an onside kick attempt by Joey Thomas, the sophomore place kicker for the Lions.
From the right hash, but he's approaching it normal soccer style.
And the kick will go long. Brock Sims was the deepest Bulldog, and the kick goes out of bounds around the 2-yard line. Good break by Berwick, actually, because it was going to be a difficult play by Sims to go back and pick it up. So the Bulldogs will get it for perhaps the last time in this game. 3:19 to go. They lead 33-12.
Yeah, it took just the right to bounce for Berwick. Another yard, it's in the end zone, and it would have been ruled as dead and brought out. But it bounces out of bounds, as you mentioned, the 2 or the 1-yard line. Or if it just died there without going out of bounds, Brock Sims has to pick it up because it's an onside kick. It's a live ball, and he knew that. So a fortunate bounce for Berwick here as we count this one down.
Bulldogs will take over at their 35-yard line. Let's check that huddle and see who breaks it. We'll have a couple of substitutions, not mass substitution. Ashton Smith is in there as the fullback in the I, and Connor Roberts is the running back. The call goes to Ashton Smith up the middle, and he'll get out to about the 40-yard line. 5-yard pickup for him. 2nd down and 5.
Ashton Smith's been a very physical runner, whether it's at quarterback or from other positions or even as the holder on the PATs, that the snaps have been a little bit low. My fear is he's your backup quarterback. You want to run him that much and risk the injury, but yeah, he enjoys the contact.
6 yards for him to the 41-yard line. 2nd and 4 Bulldogs as we're under 3 minutes to play. Brady Cleaver remains to the quarterback spot, and he looks up at that play clock. Berwick going to milk it for all it's worth. Again, Connor Roberts is the tailback. Ashton Smith gets the call off the right side. He'll get very close to the first down yardage.
Yeah, I thought he crossed the white stripe of the 45, Jim. That will move the chains.
Braden Martinez in on the stop. 4 yards for Ashton Smith. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
You mentioned Brady Cleaver in his 3rd game, Jim, a freshman, walking up and yet looking at that 25-second clock and letting it get down to about 5 seconds before he calls for the snap.
Like he's a pro.
Like he's a pro.
1st and 10, Berwick. Ball just over the Bulldog 45-yard line. Couple of snaps away from putting the final touches on their 3rd win to start this season. As Connor Roberts gets the call, breaks free. Roberts to the 40 of the Lions and to the 39-yard line. Connor Roberts with a good effort. Colby Stanton in that defense for the Lions makes the play.
They really opened up a hole in the B gap on the right side. So even though these are some number twos in the offensive line, they did the job in executing, opened up at the point of attack, and Connor Roberts getting a very nice run.
16 yards the carry by him. Berwick does have a sub, DeMarcus McMillan, a sophomore, in at the left tackle position. Sam Striss is in there as a wide receiver to the left. 1:08 to go from the 39-yard line. And now they'll take a knee and just run this one out. So Berwick will celebrate a solid win for them. There were some legitimate concerns coming into this game, and why not? You lost to this team a year ago, 35-0. This team was off to a good start with big wins in their first 2 weeks. But Berwick was up to the task. They played very, very well in this one. And we saw a lot of different looks for the Bulldogs. Looks like they're adding to their offense as this season goes. And certainly the talent is there to do just that. As Cleaver takes the knee, that will be it. The clock winds down. The players will head toward the center of the field. 3 in a row for Berwick to start the season. This final score, Berwick 33, Lackawanna Trail 12. Stay with us for the post-game show, which will include the stats with Andy Lickney and an update on the scoreboard with Chris Algard. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
In case you haven't noticed, warm weather is back. Time for sunny days, family trips, and cool nights cruising with the windows down. Let MasterTech Auto Services of Berwick get your vehicle ready for the season. Whether you need a state inspection for your car, truck, or motorcycle, a general tune-up, or getting your AC in top shape, MasterTech Auto Services will do their best to get you in and out the same day, saving you money every step of the way. Schedule an appointment today at MasterTechAutoBerwick.com.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 35 years experience. And new Bulldog wear for every age, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, polos, hats, and more. They even make online fundraising easy for you. Stop in today to discuss your next fundraising opportunity. You can also shop at masonsmonogramming.com for their new inventory and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Masons Monogramming for their latest new items. Masons Monogram Service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
Got that Berwick Bulldogs spirit? Go to Papa Lou's Place on Vine Street, 2 blocks from Crispin Field, where the Berwick Bulldogs games are on. And there's live music on the patio after each home game, with drink specials every Friday. And try their famous smash burgers, homemade pierogies, and broadster wings with a variety of homemade sauces. Nobody does Berwick High School football like Papa Lou's Place, where the beer is fresh, the food is amazing, and the service is top-notch. See their Facebook page for details and go to Papa Lou's Place to see what the buzz is about.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick, the roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding, specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas, now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
Did you inherit an estate or did you recently buy real estate that needs to be cleaned out? J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick is the easiest and the fastest when it comes to big clean outs. They'll also clean out your attic, basement, or garage. Wherever you've got junk, call J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling today at 844-GET-JDOG and get your job done the military way with respect, integrity, and trust. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is proudly veteran-owned and operated.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
C.J. Curry with his team kneeling around him down below us as the Bulldogs celebrate, and rightfully so. A year ago, they started the season 0-4. They are now 3-0 on this season. They started quickly off the opening kickoff, 9 plays, 67 yards. Alex Estrella, 32-yard touchdown pass from Brady Cleaver. Big play along the way. Berwick rolled the dice early. 4th and 2 at their own 41-yard line. Ty Wilkerson, a 12-yard run, keeping it alive, and then Cleaver to Estrella to cap it off. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick with a 7-0 lead. Lackawanna Trail came right back. An electrifying 67-yard run by their all-state running back, Isaac Ryan. Kick for the extra point was blocked by Caleb Ney, but Berwick led 7-6. Later in that first quarter, Ty Wilkerson, a 2-yard touchdown run, capping a 5-play, 22-yard drive, started with a long punt return by Brady Cleaver. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick led 14-6, and that lead held up at halftime. But the Bulldogs dominated the second half. Their first possession, they went 2 plays, 44 yards. Ty Wilkerson, a 38-yard burst for the score. Bad snap and a pass fail for the extra point. But Berwick led 20-6 going into the fourth quarter. And then early in the fourth quarter, Brady Cleaver took the snap. Looked like the play was designed to go outside right. He put it up the middle, 27 yards for the touchdown. And Berwick extended a lead again. Berwick having some problems with the extra points, but it was 26-6 Bulldogs. And then Ty Wilkerson capped a big night for him. An 81-yard touchdown run with 8:44 to go as Berwick extended that lead to 33-6 after the extra point by Caleb Yost. And then with 3:19 to go, Lackawanna Trail capped a 9-play, 65-yard drive on a 2-yard touchdown run by Tyler Jervis. Big 9-yard run. The kick failed. That was all the scoring. Berwick wins 33-12. We'll check stats with Andy Lickney, scores with Chris Algard when we return. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Do you suffer from tired, achy, heavy legs? Are you looking to elevate your performance and style? Discover the perfect fusion of fashion and function at the Compression Shop of Berwick. If you're looking for medical or athletic compression wear, if you're looking to power through your workday, or you're looking to recover post-workout, the Compression Shop has personalized consultations, and most of the products are try before you buy. All military get 10% off every day. The Compression Shop Berwick, West Front Street. Check out their Facebook page. In case you haven't noticed, warm weather is back. Time for sunny days, family trips, and cool nights cruising with the windows down. Let MasterTech Auto Services of Berwick get your vehicle ready for the season. Whether you need a state inspection for your car, truck, or motorcycle, a general tune-up, or getting your AC in top shape, MasterTech Auto Services will do their best to get you in and out the same day, saving you money every step of the way. Schedule an appointment today at mastertechautoberwick.com.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at insureberwick.com and Lori Powell at loripowell.net.
Got that Berwick Bulldogs spirit? Go to Papa Lou's Place on Vine Street, 2 blocks from Crispin Field, where the Berwick Bulldogs games are on. And there's live music on the patio after each home game, with drink specials every Friday, and try their famous smash burgers, homemade pierogies, and broadster wings with a variety of homemade sauces. Nobody does Berwick High School football like Papa Lou's Place, where the beer is fresh, the food is amazing, and the service is top-notch. See their Facebook page for details and go to Papa Lou's Place to see what the buzz is about.
Thanks to our loyal customers, Ken Pollock Ford is celebrating a decade of excellence. For 10 years, we've had the privilege of serving our community, and none of it would be possible without the trust of our amazing customers and the dedication of our incredible team. Sales, mobile service, Ford Commercial and Truck Superstore, we're honored to be your go-to dealership for all things Ford and more. Here's to 10 years of amazing memories and many more to come. Drive a little, save a lot. 1120 West Front Street, Berwick, or KenPollockFord.com.
Planning for the future doesn't have to be complicated. Attorney Nick Lutz of Cardinal Estate Planning in Berwick will guide you every step of the way. Whether it's protecting your assets, setting up a trust, or ensuring your family is cared for, Cardinal Estate Planning provides personalized solutions for you and your family's needs. Call or sign up on their website to attend a free educational workshop that will give you an understanding of the process and peace of mind knowing your legacy is in good hands. Visit them online at cardinalastate.planning.com. Let them help you plan for tomorrow today.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Impressive win for Berwick tonight. Their most impressive of the season. They win over Lackawanna Trail as both teams came in 2-0, but Berwick wins it 33-12. Andy's stats were even. Score was close at halftime. Not so much the final. Berwick dominated that second half.
Yeah, Berwick really came out and played a physical second half, Jim. I think they wore Lackawanna Trail down, but Lackawanna Trail was game to give it all they could for the full duration of the clock. In total offense, Berwick will dominate. They'll have about 140 yards difference. Lackawanna Trail Lions had 226 yards in total offense. Berwick, though, 363 yards. For Lackawanna Trail, it was almost all on the ground. 193 on the ground, just 33 in the air. Quarterback Tyler Jervis didn't throw much. He was 2 of 3 passing for 33 yards. Isaac Ryan, the star running back, caught one and ran 29 yards with that. And Sean Dwyer caught a 4-yard flare pass that he was able to run but stopped short of the chains. 33 yards in the air, but 193 in the ground game. We mentioned Isaac Ryan, an all-stater. He had tremendous stats last year. Continues it even here against a very physical Berwick team. 15 carries, 162 yards. He'd run into the line. You swear he's stopped. 2-3 players are in his way. He somehow manages to fight his way through and extend those plays. Impressive running back, Isaac Ryan, 15 carries, 162 yards on this game. Sean Dwyer, mostly at wing back, 7 carries. Berwick smelled out those little reverses and counters, minus 2 yards net for Sean Dwyer. Carter Edwards, the fullback, mostly used for blocking, but had 5 carries for 24 yards. And the quarterback, Tyler Jervis, running a lot more in the second half, just 1 first half carry. But in the end of the game, 7 carries total for a net of 9 yards. Total of 34 rushes, 193 on the ground, 33 in the air, a total of 226. But it pales in comparisons to Berwick, 363 yards. Of the 363, 323 were on the ground, 40 in the air. Again, they're not calling on Brady Cleaver to do much passing. All his passing was in the first half, and a lot of it at the end of the half where he's doing some desperation throwing. He was 2 of 6 for 40 yards. Alex Estrella, he launched a beautiful pass down. Brady Cleaver did 32 yards to Estrella, who had beat his coverage, and he coasted on into the end zone, catching it down there. Beautiful, picture-perfect play. Shiloh Escobar had the other catch, that being an 8-yarder. 40 in the air. On the ground, well, again, Tymir Wilkerson, last year against this team, 3 yards on 1 carry. This year, 25 carries, 231 yards. You expect to see 200-yard games out of Tymir Wilkerson. You forget how challenging it is to reach such milestones, but he manages to do it. 25 carries, 231 yards for Berwick's running back. Gavin Galusha chips in with 5 carries for 16. Everett Snyder at fullback was awarded a carry, got 4 yards on that. Connor Robertson had a 16-yard carry on his solo carry. The team took 2 kneel downs for -2. Ashton Smith was in at fullback at the end of the game, 2 carries for 10. And quarterback Brady Cleaver shows how strong a runner he can be. 5 carries in all for 48 yards. 323 yards on the ground, 40 in the air, 363 for Berwick. Again, compare it to the defense holding the Lions to 226 with their all-state running back. And I think Berwick has something special going this year, Jim.
They do indeed, Andy. Legitimate concerns coming into this one, but they come up with an impressive win. 33-12 is the final here. For an update on other scores on weekend number 3 of the 2025 season, Chris Algard.
Thanks, Jim. Taking a look at this out-of-town scoreboard here. Hazelton area, the game we were taking a look at, a 26-0 lead. That game late in the fourth, so head coach Scott Sako looking to get his first win as Hazelton area's head coach. Crestwood ahead of Tunkhannock, 39-0, that game in the fourth. Pittston area ahead of Nanticoke, 41-0, that game in the third. Lake Lehman against Northwest, 46-0 Lake Lehman lead in the third. Mid-Valley leads Old Forge 28-0, that game wrapping up in the fourth. North Pocono ahead of Wyoming Valley West, 49-0, that game in the third. Wilkes-Barre leads Valley View 16-14, 2 minutes left in the fourth. Wyoming defeats Western Wayne 50-0. Bloomsburg ahead of Lewisburg 28-18. That game wrapping up in the fourth. Bloomsburg looking to get their third straight win for the first time since 2011 to start the season 3-0 under head coach Mike Kogut. Montoursville leads Danville 17-7 in the fourth. Jersey Shore defeated Selinsgrove 49-6. Loyal Sock leading Hughesville 28-6. That game 2 minutes left in the fourth. Warrior Run defeated Midwest 48-20. Mifflinburg ahead of Mount Carmel 41-20 in the fourth. Shamokin ahead of Shikellamy 40-7. Southern Columbia defeated Milton 35-0. And Williamsport defeated Central Mountain 42-0. That's it for your out-of-town scoreboard.
Thank you very much, Chris. With the loss, Lackawanna Trail goes to 2-1. They'll be home against Dunmore next Friday night. For the Bulldogs, they are 3-0. They'll take that unbeaten record to Harmon Guy Stadium in Hazelton.